Drunken Peasants Podcast.
I gotta get away with this. No!
Say, man, you got a joint? No, not on me, man.
I don't have facts to back this up.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
That's true. Sometimes I cry.
Oh! Lick my butthole, he laughed.
From the strangest corners of the internet, here to bring you opinions of the world from an altered perspective. Here are your hosts, the Drunken Peasants.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Drunken Peasants Podcast, episode 1128.
Going live!
Back again after another show, 1128. And a few quick announcements before we get into the show itself. I want to encourage all of you to start listening to the audio-only version of the show that is out there on every podcast platform you can possibly imagine. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, any of them. Stitcher, there's so many of them, it would take forever to name them all. Any of them, if you search up Drunken Peasants, you can find us on there. And we're going to start putting little extras at the beginning of every episode that you can only get through the audio version of the show. Just us talking before we go live, us discussing the show, us discussing whatever. If you want that little bit of extra content for free, all you got to do is go and get the audio version of the podcast. Go subscribe to it anywhere that you can find podcasts. Get it there. It helps us out, and you get some extra content at no additional charge.
And there's secret messages in the additional content. You'll have to figure them out on your own.
Yes, it's like the Beatles' Paul is Dead kind of stuff. It's that kind of stuff. So, and we're gonna get to the meat and bones of today's episode. We gotta wish Auntie Jessie happy birthday.
Yeah, I decided to call a truce for today.
Just for today. I know we're going to go toe-to-toe
this Friday at Actual Mania, and I'm going to maybe make this a very unpleasant week for you. But today's a good day. So we're very happy.
Yes. Yeah.
Happy birthday.
So, and today I'm running a test. It looks like we reconnected.
Wow.
All right, we're back. Sorry for that. We had a weird connection issue that came out of nowhere. We're kind of back, but looks like we're kind of not at the same time. I guess I will monitor the situation. This is all very strange.
This is a totally different test than the one we were running.
Yeah, the test I'm running today is the TTS thing. We're just running a test to see if the TTS issue still exists, because we're on the old setup right now. So, and yeah, if it's some kind of weird DDoS issue or something, we'll just fix that by the way we used to. We haven't had
to do a blood sacrifice for months.
Yeah, we haven't had to do that in a very long time. We're looking all crazy right now, too. This is insane. Do you see how we look?
Yeah.
This is insane.
I don't know ladies and gentlemen, watch. This is obviously the end of days. We apologize, but the world's pretty much over at this point. If Ben and I can do something right now to save the world, we will.
Okay.
Hug your loved ones.
Stop. Yeah, we're gonna. Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess we're back. Because we can only let this go on so much longer before we actually make the switch. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to put you on full screen.
All right.
And we'll see what happens by the time I get back.
Okay, I'm back in full screen. We'll see if this works with the live or not. I have no idea how this is going to come out. Mercury's in Gatorade, guys. It's not our fault. Blame it on Mercury. Looks like now that we're full screened, we're going through some issues. I think this could possibly be the greatest attack on American podcast since January 6th, 2014, the week that Drunken Peasants debuted. Went from the No Bullshit podcast to the Drunken Peasants podcast. And since then, we haven't had an error of this magnitude. This is art, right? We're going for a full reset. Kalo in the chat, Kyle asking what the heck is happening. I told you guys, this is the final moments of our lives. There's been spell casting afoot. We got in bed with the wrong people.
Is it still happening?
It does look like it's still happening. This is the best reason to listen to the audio version, right, Lord Magicus? Because the video sure ain't working.
Okay. Give me just a moment here,
It's
but I'm
coming in and out.
gonna do something really quick here.
If we go out, guys, we'll be right back.
I'm just checking something really quick here.
Make sure to like this stream,
Wow,
even if
first Kiwi Farms now the Drunken
Oh, did that
Peasant.
work?
exactly, Rat Lord.
Did that come in exactly when it came through?
Yeah. I blame mainstream media. This is how we find out what the Matrix is? No. Hold on tightly, guys. Everything's going to be all right. Do not accept the blue pill, the red pill. Whichever pill gets you out of the Matrix. Stay in the Matrix. As a loyal viewer of Drunken Peasants, it's comfortable here. You don't want to leave. You don't want to walk away. Try doing a new podcast. We were thinking about it. Wrestling related, though. We know how much that pisses off all the fans. But we thought we could make new fans. Fans that love the art of slamming people into the ground.
In underwear.
Yeah, we got to be in underwear. You ever get slammed not wearing underwear? Your junk just flops around. Not cool.
Your junk just flops around.
Yeah.
I've never, we've had connection issues in the past, but I've never seen it go weird in black and white like that. That was craziness.
Yeah.
It was kind of avant-garde a little bit. I think it's the most artsy thing we've ever done.
I like that it happened right when you said you were running a test.
Yeah, I'm running a test with the original format to make sure that Streamlabs works and that it might, because it coincided with the changes I made to OBS. So, and it's so far, one test so far that might confirm that that's it. We'll see if the next few read right away.
It could be a fluke.
Yeah. It looks like we're up and running again so far, so we'll see. But honestly, if we're getting DDoSed or something, it's not going to make a difference because we have ways of mitigating that. So, yeah. We're here. Please like the stream. The people who want our stream to go down can fuck themselves. They're pro Jared, apparently. Pro Jared. I don't mean the literal pro Jared. Pro Jared is pro Jared.
Pro Jared.
All
he
right.
did nothing wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, everyone like the stream. Please like the stream. It kind of takes the tech. I hate technical issues. They kind of take the wind out of my sails, and then I feel all like, because I get all crazy, like pissed off and stuff, you know?
Every time I've ever beat a woman, it was because of tech issues. Really sucks. Otherwise, I'm a gentleman.
I wanted to, before we get into the Zoe leaks, I wanted to share this video. I saw this the other day. Did you know Adam from Your Movie Sucks was at the Channel 5 talent show?
Oh, really?
And Adam's a really talented guy in many ways. He's a very talented musician, like singer, songwriter, multi-instrumentalist, but he didn't use any of those talents.
Donation. I wish you guys used AITTS for Billy's voice. Then we could double.
Good call, Brittany, right?
I don't know what that is. So, yeah. And then there's all the other talents Adam has. Adam is a man of many talents, but he didn't use any of those talents. Do you know what his talent is?
Was he armpit farting?
No. He can vomit on cue without gagging himself, just like standing there. He can just shoot vomit out of his face.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. Check this out.
Come on, let's bring out our next contestant. Come on out. How you doing? Fuck yeah, thanks for coming. Can you tell us your name?
My name is Adam. I have a channel on YouTube called Your Movie Sucks.
Let's go, Adam! Make some fucking noise for Adam. He's up here. Do you know Adam? What do you like best about Adam?
So I guess it's happening again. So all of you wonderful people out there, we will be right back.
We'll be right back.
We will be right back, and then we're going to do the show as planned. Just give us a moment here. Give us like 5 to 10 minutes really quick here. We will be right back. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's see here. There we go. We're back. We're back. Sorry for that. Shit happens.
If we refresh the dono and the chat, will that bring it back? The on-screen chat?
The on-screen. Oh, did that go away?
It's
Holy
empty.
shit! You know what I got to do? I got to close Discord and open it back up again.
Oh, okay.
Man. Or at least I thought so. Let me totally close it. Jesus Christ. If this doesn't work, I'm just not going to have it this time because we need to move on with this shit and not troubleshoot the entire show. Though, you know, we change our IP addresses and then everything suddenly starts working again. Funny how that works.
Ooh, doggies.
It's kind of funny how that works. The chat just isn't working right now, and I don't know why. And I just, we might as well just do the show. So I'm going to take the chat down for now.
All right.
For
those of you in the Discord chat, I will have you guys up on my screen. Do please use the chat.
I'm going to check the the dono shit.
Ladies and gentlemen.
That's not working either. All right. Give me one more minute here and we'll come back because let me see. Everything's just all discombobulated this time. Like everything's just discombobulated. Because if I run like a test donation, it's not even alerting. So I am going to restart OBS really quick. We will be right back. Yeah, all right, we're back and everything seems there was a wrench in our gears. We are now back.
There we go.
Completely, and I believe everything should be
This is a
there
test
it is.
donation.
Yeah,
for
that wasn't working for a minute there. Okay, we're back, and now we can play this cool thing to everyone who decided to stick around.
Yeah, I've been waiting. This was super exciting.
Yeah. So here we go.
All right, let's bring out our next contestant. Come on out. How you doing?
One love, Frankie.
Yeah, thanks for coming. Can you tell us your name?
My name is...
So we know it was the changes I made, but I cannot explain why that would be the case. So
it's so strange.
So I'll have to work it
Adam,
out.
I have a channel on YouTube.
Let's go, Adam! Do you know Adam? You know Adam. What do you like best about Adam?
I like Adam's
He reviews movies.
beautiful hair.
Okay, fuck yeah, Adam. Like, out of curiosity, Adam, what's your talent tonight?
I can vomit on command. I don't know what you want.
Adam's a madman.
Look at him smile too. I love it.
Are they in Atlanta?
I don't know where they are.
2010, I want you to puke right here. I'm sorry to the venue. You guys have been amazing. I will do whatever biohazard is required. It's not an issue. We need a mom. Thank you guys so much. All right.
Isn't that crazy?
This fucking madman.
All he did was like open his mouth. And he's... They must be in Atlanta because the guy's wearing a Braves jersey.
That's why I was questioning.
And Adam has been staying in Atlanta from time to time, so...
Yeah, I was wondering if this was like a live tour.
Yeah, I think it's a Channel 5 thing.
I don't know, just use your stomach like it was one of
I know
your
Andrew's from Seattle. So that's why at first I thought maybe this was a Seattle show.
Roll back the footage. I didn't touch
Since
my
Adam's only an hour and a half away.
Thank you so much.
He did it without, like, most people to make themselves puke, they have to, like, stick their finger
Yeah,
down
that's
their
pretty
throat.
wild.
Yeah.
He like Andrew wasn't even ready for it. Adam was just like, by the way, and then he like fills up the rag and the cup, and it's just like the messiest. Like that would be gross from anybody other than Adam, but that was just impressive.
It was impressive for sure.
I wasn't even grossed out like one bit. I was just all impressed.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just a weird on cue thing that he can do. Some people can cry on cue. Adam can vomit on cue.
I can like shit my pants, but it takes a lot of buildup.
All right, we're gonna get into the next part here. It's part of antagonism. Here goes.
I should turn off the goddamn internet.
Oh, don't touch me. Don't touch me. TP, are they going to touch me?
All right. Before we get into the Zoe leaked emails, this was the video that came out right before everything got leaked. And it's called Why he's on this King Cobra JFS thing for a while now.
Yeah.
And this is why King Cobra JFS does not need a group home. It's all projection too. He's not talking about King Cobra JFS. He's talking about himself.
Yeah.
Somebody made this for Zoe. Zoe, were you still talking to Jared when he had this made? Who made this for him? He cannot figure this out on his own. Zoe's in the chat, by the way. By the way, I did listen to some. It was a 3-hour plus long interview with Teddy Rubskin. Yeah, I know Zoe's heart is in the right place and she's not a sicko, but I don't like. I feel like I wouldn't be able to play the character either. Like.
How's it going, guys? It's your boy Jared Genesis here, and look, I feel like I maybe need to clear the air with Josh.
He's on a first name basis with King Cobra.
Look,
now.
man,
this is the most clothing
the
I've
thing
ever
is-
seen him wear, like in recent times. You know, like his old videos that are like 10 years old, he does have a hat and like a shirt and like a jacket on.
He
and stuff.
devolved for a while and just turned into a puddle.
I think now he's just doing it because it's cold. Like,
is this, dude? I'm for people doing what they want, but Josh is an obvious abuser. He can't handle his alcohol.
I like how you're going to talk shit about someone's alcohol problem when your problem is way worse. Your proclivities are way worse.
Cobra's a fun drunk.
Point A, watch any live stream, you know.
At least he can live stream because he has his own place and his dad can't take it away from him. Well, I guess his dad probably could, but he's self-sufficient. You don't have your own place. Your dad won't buy you an apartment to chill and live stream at because you're a naughty boy.
I've seen many live streams where this guy just completely loses his shit, you know, lest we forget, I'll smoke you. I'm sorry.
What? I'll smoke you? What about, I'm a real man? I'm a real man! What about that? That's way more memeable.
That was some epic content, I have to admit, but still quite sad. But look, guys, more than anything, I just wanted to say this. For those of you who think that he needs to go to a home, like a group home or a halfway house.
You do. You do to instantly improve the lives of anyone who actually has to be around you in person. And they'll keep you off the internet and keep you from being a sicko.
Yeah, they have group homes for
sickos
out there.
Yeah.
You can get put in one. It'd be probably nice for you to be monitored.
Yep.
Which I suspect are more or less the same thing. Let me tell you guys a quick story, okay? I have a cousin. Well, I had a cousin.
He's going to use his personal experience with his cousin who was a drug addict that died in a halfway house to make it seem like a halfway house can never work for anyone.
Who passed away at 44, made some really wrong choices in his life. And let's just say they were choices very similar to Cobra. Guess where he lived? In a halfway house. Guess what he...
So Cobra's evidence that you can do this outside of a halfway house, right?
He still did. Drugs. Okay, I mean, I don't know what you guys think will happen, but you have to realize something. If you're not behind bars or in a straitjacket, you're gonna still abuse drugs.
They still abuse drugs behind bars.
Yeah, you're gonna have more access to drugs in jail than in the regular population. You don't even have to use money in jail to get drugs. You can just use your mouth.
That's how powerful it is. If Josh were if he were to go to a home, I can guarantee you, bro, he would be kicked out the next day.
That might be
And
true.
I
He was
just
kicked out
having
of
a
Job Corps. So
conversation with a gentleman.
He was in Job Corps long enough to get a
he was
girlfriend,
saying
right?
how they do test you for drugs. They test your alcohol levels. Okay, well, I mean, what does that say, bro? You really think he would last at a place that gives you freedom to leave? No, bro. You'd be seeing him at, Casper Bar or whatever it's called.
he's banned from it. You mean Frosties? He's banned from it.
A place he got kicked out of, I don't know, but
Frosties.
Casper fucking Bar. Hey guys, I'm having a fucking burrito. I guarantee you'd see that video the next day with a giant fucking pint of beer next to him, guys. Come on, bro. Listen, the only person he can help is himself, okay? I mean, come on, guys. Like, some of y'all talking about how Clint needs to step in, bro. He's like 31. I mean, come on, dude. Clint knows this. Even though he's got autism, he is handicapped. He's still fairly independent, I mean, he's
way more independent than you.
Yeah, that's pretty fair.
He's not. Trust me, I've worked with special needs. Okay, he's not at that level where he needs.
I love his. I've worked with special needs.
A parent to take care of him. All right.
I like his story about how he was at like some kind of karate class and he got beat up by a regarded person. Have you ever heard about that?
No.
Yeah, he was sparring at like some karate class and got beat up by someone who was highly regarded.
He's high functioning. He's basically, what would you call high on the spectrum? Or would that be low on the spectrum? I don't know, but he's he's teetering, I guess. Teetering the autism. No, but seriously, bro, like, I respect Josh for having the balls to do what he does. And I'm sure even being, what is it, high functioning, even if you are high functioning, I'm sure it has its challenges. So I want to give props to Josh for doing what he does. I know it's not easy, man. Although I don't have autism, I was diagnosed with ADHD as a kid.
You're way beyond that. That was I guess maybe it was being overdiagnosed at one point. I don't think your problem is ADHD. I think your problem is way beyond that.
He's got a lot of problems.
Yeah.
ADHD probably just compounds the rest of them.
I think more or less it was me just not liking school and being trapped. And, having, really, really fucking, basically like, when your special meter is high in a video game and you're like all fucking, glowing and shit. That was me.
You just gotta wash, Jared.
Just ready
wash
to
some
press
of the grease off your body.
Release. That's what she said. Anyways, guys, I think I've ranted enough. Listen. Okay.
I thought you were going to do rants and this was a gaming channel now. Like, what happened?
Well, it hasn't been a gaming channel since he announced it was a gaming channel. And even halfway through that, it wasn't.
He did do a gaming video, but obviously it was boring, so we never watched it.
We got to stop giving money to Josh. Otherwise, he's going to...
How much money have you given to Josh?
None.
How much money, Jared?
And literally, that's what this all goes back to. This is him. He is mad that King Cobra makes money and can do live streams and lives on his own. He's mad that King Cobra can do that and he can't.
He should go into the wand to make him business.
Die. All right. We got to do our part as human beings to help each other. And I appreciate you guys wanting to help your fellow man and everything. And I'm sure a lot of you guys are genuine, but you guys are slowly killing him. You need to realize that.
I mean, he also feeds himself off of that money. So if you take away his money, he won't be able to eat either.
Yeah, or
then
just,
what is he going to do?
Or just give him the power to drink it all away. Like he's entertaining people. Like whether you like it or not, he's an entertainer, and giving him money keeps him entertaining. It's a win-win for people who give him money.
This is literally just because Jared thinks he has more influence than he actually does. And he's mad that someone else is making money. And someone who is considered a lolcow but is genuinely liked more than him. Like, way more than him.
Dude, I think I've made that point clear enough, though. So, anyways, I guess that's what I got. We're about 5 minutes in.
You know what I'm saying?
That was the main issue I ran into people saying that he needs to go to a group home. Bro, nah, son, like...
I wonder if anyone's ever said this about Jared, and that's why he's projecting this weird kind of... I've never seen anyone say Cobes needs to go to a group home, but even if they did, people will say that. I wonder if Jared has ever been faced with having to go to one, like maybe like... From what I understand, his dad wants him out, and his mom is the one like keeping him in there. Yeah.
Interesting.
So would
I mean, if Jared's collecting Social Security right now, he probably could qualify to live in a home.
He would epically fail at a group home. Okay, let's just be honest, bro. Let's just be real. His wizard's magic isn't going to save him from being an alcoholic, I'm sorry to say. As cool as his wands are.
The gaming channel should collab with games you lore.
Jared's like Cobra shouldn't go to a group home, but is not giving any solutions if he's so concerned about Cobra's alcoholism. What should he do? Because you're saying he's going to go to a group home and he'll just die there. So you're saying he's basically just going to die anyway.
We're all going to die. Let him live.
Everything, he's going to need more than that. And, he could also use, guys, your thoughts and prayers too. And I don't know, bro. Like, please, guys, some of you, I've tried this myself, but just try to, say something positive in his live streams. His live streams are so toxic, and it's so sad to watch. I mean, it's nothing but trolls making fun of him. How is this still happening? I don't know.
He makes a video mocking Cobes. Oh, wait. He did that the other day.
He's mocking Cobes now?
He's moking him?
That's not good.
That's funny. It said moking.
Bro. But it really breaks my heart to see. And these people that troll him, dude, are seriously the biggest losers.
No, you
I would
are.
love to punch one of them in the face. They're just so annoying. Just how cool they think they are. How fucking smug they are.
Jared, if you want to legitimately punch somebody, we can set it up where you'll have an opportunity to punch someone and you won't even get in trouble. But they get to punch you back.
Shut it, boy.
They get to try to punch you back at the same time, and neither of you will get in trouble as long as you follow some basic rules. I know so many people that would be willing to step into the ring with you, Jared. So many people. And I think people would pay to see it. So let's make it happen, Jared.
And yet they can't show their faces. It's like, good God, bro, you're such a loser. I can only imagine how cringy you are. Talking all that shit, projecting and shit. Just shut the fuck up, bro. Like, really, son, no one wants to hear that crap from you.
If Cobra's got a wand selling business, Jared should start a face punching business.
Where he lets people punch his face for money?
Yeah, I think a lot of people would pay good money to sock Jared in the face.
And he can't, block it? He has to stand there and take it?
I think it depends on the amount you pay. Like, if you pay $5, he can try and dodge.
But he can't swing back?
If you pay $100, maybe $5 he could swing back. $100 he can dodge. $1,000 he just got to sit there, hands behind his back, and take it.
I volunteer as tribute. Make it happen.
Egghead's ready to throw down with Jared Genesis. There you go.
I love Egghead, but I'm wondering how much fighting experience Egghead has.
Egghead's got pent-up rage.
That's
He's
one
got
thing,
egg
but
rage.
not fighting experience.
Well, Jared doesn't have much fighting experience either.
Anyways, guys.
Egghead comes from a long line of cowboys. They throw a good punch.
Hypothesis. Jared's mom keeps him there because she knows he's a danger and she feels responsible.
100% majorly awesome. That's 100. That's probably what is going through her head.
I was a chubby as Jared and he was as skinny as me. Funny how the tables turn.
Wow.
Yeah.
But yeah, like she might be keeping him there because she knows what a fucking failure her and him are to society, right?
Quite
that would
possibly.
be the most reasonable thing. That's one of the reasons why I don't mind Jared sitting around stinking up his bedroom.
Just sitting there.
He's probably better off there than like getting fired from a job because he was teaching little girls how to play piano and making them sit
drums,
making them like changing seats with the drums. Yeah, the drummer, not the piano. That's weird though. He's like, you have to sit in this hot seat and get up and let me sit in your hot seat. Very weird shit. Very weird.
It's weird because there was another drum set. Like when there's two drum sets, there's no need to like get up and let someone else sit down at your drum set. You can play both at the same time. You can play together. That's why two drum sets is good because they can learn how to play together. Like with your teacher, you can mimic what they do and keep a beat with them.
Now we're being weird when you share a drum set in a room with multiple drum sets. It's weird.
Here's the beginning of it all. So Jared did a video crying about how some guy he was a fan of didn't like him and banned him from his channel. The same old story. And Zoe left this comment on the video.
Have you ever stopped and thought to yourself with how often you are pushed away from individuals and communities alike that maybe, just maybe, you're the issue, Jared? Every time this happens to you, you whine about it and act like the victim. But really, hun, what is more likely? Everyone in the world basically wronged you, one after another, or there is something extremely wrong with you that places you into a sea of rejection. By the way, Jared, I wish to talk to you one more time. We can do this in private, or I can do it in public and humiliate you if you so wish. Your choice, hun.
All right. And then we might have to go to the other view to read the rest, so I'll just switch to it here. Here's the next one, and I cropped out Jared's email. I'm not a fan of Jared, but I felt weird about showing his email.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Hello, Jared. I think it's time for you and me to have a little talk. It would be in your best interest to lend me your ear because I'm going to make you a very merciful offer at first. Ignoring me will only force me to skip that act of mercy.
So this is a shakedown, right?
Get on the train and ride it. Woo woo woo. I'm way too high right now, and about to get higher. Woo woo woo. Hey hey.
Thank you,
hey,
Teddy.
hey,
Teddy, honestly, I don't know what your hang up is, but I was really hoping you would hop in to face the Star Spangled Luchador because I thought that would have been
Teddy's
amazing.
not cringe.
It's not about being cringe now. It's literally just everyone just putting in their best performance, and I think the Teddy Rubskin character would be perfect for Actual Mania. Could probably win a championship.
Teddy, if we invented a hero class for you to fight in, would you fight in the hero class?
It's not even a class. It's literally just, it's all one thing. And
he does not want to fight.
Oh,
Luchador.
you're afraid you're going to lose. Okay,
He's
never
too
mind,
cool.
Teddy. Never mind, Teddy.
Teddy Rubskin knows. He's just a chill guy. Teddy Rubskin should be commissioner.
Here's the next one.
Yo, this is Jared. What you got to say, dude? I really don't have time for this BS anymore.
We get it, Teddy. You're scared. We get it. So, yeah, this is Jared. I don't have time for this BS anymore, bro. I'll tell you what. I'll read Jared's So this, I believe this is a Zoe one. Oh my God, this was one so long.
Oh my God. Hello, hun. How are you this beautiful day? Skipping further pleasantries, I think you forgot something. You gave me your home phone number, remember? You expressed how your mother would be dismayed if it got out again after 2. The reason why I bring this up is simple. One phone call and I could be talking to your father and lead him to see all the evidence. So I'm going to break this down for you. These are all the possible outcomes. 1, you take my merciful offer of leaving the internet for good. This includes both children and adult spaces, not just video sharing sites, but all spaces like social media, chat rooms, and literally any part of the internet where you can possibly interact with others. You ride off into the sunset, and I'll even be generous enough to let you make a goodbye video. 2, you refuse, and I call your father. Even if you do something like steal or break their phone, don't forget I also have your home address. And no, this isn't a threat, as I will come in peace, knock on your door, and talk to your father in person. With everything printed out on paper of all the things you said, and then show him the interview on my phone, too, if he wishes to hear more. I ask for your father to kick you out then and there, too. 3, dear old dad refuses to kick you out, and I reveal the nuclear option. In this case, I tell him I know about the hoarding, which has led to an unsafe environment and no doubt a fire risk.
Yeah, now this is shades of Chris Chan, isn't it? It's like that's what Bob was really afraid of, that Chris was going to cause them to get kicked, their house condemned because it was a fire hazard. And it did end up catching fire eventually. Eventually, it did.
Yeah.
So, yeah. There's animal hoarding, too, that I know about from Jared's house.
Animal hoarding?
Yes.
Like
Cat
poop
hoarding.
and stuff, or what?
Yeah, they're hoarding so many animals that it's
yuck.
unsanitary.
I make it clear I am willing to report this to your town and make it clear either you go or you or your parents all become homeless. And yes, I can do all this with a simple report. And soon after, an inspector would pay you a visit. Not only will you be evicted over time, I convince your father you going is better than all 3 of you becoming homeless and him having to deal with very expensive fines.
You know, I want to point out that animal hoarding in many cases, it's considered animal abuse and is illegal. So if you've got like dozens of cats in one house and it's all dirty and like covered in their shit, like that, you can be charged with animal cruelty on top of anything else, of your house getting condemned or whatever.
4, the nuclear option is initiated. All 3 of you are ejected from the house. They likely go to stay with your sister as you remain homeless. This of course, is the worst option for everyone. I do not wish to do it, but I will if it comes to it. Whether you choose it for selfish reasons, or maybe you actually have an ounce of actual love and care for your parents, I think you should take option number 1. If you need time to think on it, I will give you until Thursday. If you don't reply by then or refuse before, then I will proceed to option 2. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them. I'll even talk over the phone with you if you wish. Hope to hear from you soon, hun. Sincerely, your waking nightmare, Madam Dominatrix Zoe.
Whew. That's a lot. So what do you think of the options?
I think option number 1 is a good one.
Yeah.
Just quit the internet, Jared. It's time.
And as you can probably guess, he didn't take option 1.
Oh?
Yeah. So, LMAO, thanks for the laugh, babe. You know what I'm saying. By the way, me and Floofus had a good laugh about your cope.
Tell you what, how about you go to your father right now and ask him what would happen if the house ended up being reported for being a danger due to the hoarding, then come back to me. You have until Thursday. Don't listen to your trolls in the Discord. I think you should read this in the meantime. This is
it's a link.
Real estate
The end
for
of Jared
hoarder.
is nigh, either way.
The end of Jared is nigh. This is a hoarder article. The girl that ruined your whole world, Zoe the Juggernaut Slayer.
Sweet cheeks, I'm in the country. Did you maybe forget about that? I could paint my house pink and put a cock on the front door and not a single soul would say shit. Anyway, thanks for the great sexting. I know you enjoyed it. I'll be here when you're ready to grow up and throw away the SJW bullshit. XOXOX. All the best love. So he thinks it's okay. it's okay to have a hoarding house in the country. He thinks like there's
Yeah, he could, paint the house pink and put a cock on the front door if he wanted to.
You could do that. That's not the same as having an unsanitary hoarding situation. Like the health department doesn't care about a pink house or a cock on the door. Jared just doesn't
Sirens
know.
blaring. The end is nigh. The end is nigh. Time to run away, Jared. The end is truly nigh.
The end is nigh.
Egghead. Hitting him where it hurts.
For fuck's sake, Jared, I know if this is your narcissist at work or if you really are this regarded.
P-O-O-T.
Yeah.
XOXO.
Fuck the chicos. Thank you, Jess, bro. Safety regulations of houses exist everywhere, including rural areas.
I'm going to start fat hoarding. Going to imprison other fats in a tiny house.
Why would you do that? Here's a company that works with law enforcement and city town governments with hoarders in your very county, specifically their hoarding service. If you don't think those regulations and laws exist there, why do you have a specific office to report it to?
Yeah. So there's a private company that they work with, like the local authorities to clean up hoarding houses. So it exists in Jared's area. Man, Jared. It's an easy choice to me. Right, Jared? I like the you fucking baboon-brained imbecile.
It happens.
All right. Keep dancing under my coals, bitch. I live in y'all's heads rent-free, and there's nothing you can do about it. You know what I'm saying?
You won't be living anywhere soon. In fact, you've convinced me to skip to option 4 because not only do you absolutely deserve to be on the streets, but the more I think about it, the better off your parents will be. Not only will they be free of an ungrateful man-child predator like yourself, but your mother is clearly not getting any help with a hoarding issue, which is genuinely creating a health risk to your parents. This at least gets them out of that environment and hopefully leads to your mother getting help, which, by the way, shows you never truly cared even for your mother, because any child that cares for their parents would have stepped in and tried to help her. You would want a clean and healthy environment for her, whether or not you live there too, but you didn't. You're a piece of shit for a son, and I hope you know how utterly disappointed with your parents are in you. You're the only person I've ever met that has been so perfectly matching, being disgusting on the inside and out. I give you a chance that was more than fair. Not only will I be reporting your house, but I will work with others to do the same, ensuring it becomes a high priority for your town to deal with. Now I will leave you with a poem that I wrote just for you.
And we'll look
Roses
at that.
are red, violets are blue.
It's funny because the video we watched last time was like Jared being like, I know she really liked me, bro. She defended me. It's like, you're so stupid. She was only doing it to trick you. And now this is Zoe now, Jared. You're such a moron.
You think Zoe didn't like all the sexting?
No, I think she was just holding her nose and typing it. Just like a phone sex operator, like back in the day, they weren't really into it. It was just
I don't know. Last time I wrote a poem for somebody is because I really liked
Leave
them.
Brendan Fraser alone. He's all chubby.
The fail. Oh, sweet Jared, will you have regret? I was always your biggest threat. You thought I wanted your heart, but all I desire is to tear you apart. To your face I praised your acock. Behind your back I did mock. Oh, Jared, don't look so sad. Not until I take your pad. If I testify against you in court, wave, don't be shy. Until then, this is goodbye. Zoe, P.S. I'll always be watching you. With the this is obviously role-playing. This is she called herself a dominatrix. This is the ultimate financial domination for somebody who doesn't have any money. You send them homeless.
That's all well and good, babe, but you are missing one thing. I walk in the light of Jesus Christ. There is nothing a rainbow-haired demon fuck like you can do that will hurt even one hair on my head. Why do you think I've made it this far? Pure luck. Seems like only retard here is you. All the best. You know what I'm saying?
This is weird. It does feel sadistic, Nistia. For those of you watching that think this is weird and feel sadistic, hopefully this will be the last we ever hear from Jared.
We'll see. Oh yeah, this is more. So yeah, this was recently. Now he's like starting to feel like this is from today. Zoe, get a fucking hold
Jared
of
is
yourself.
Too stupid to realize that hoarding is a common problem where he lives, and can get evicted with documented evidence. Absolutely no sense of self-preservation.
He's still in denial here. He goes, I know this shit isn't you. It's like, what are you, like, seriously? I know you aren't at peace right now, but I will be the bigger person and apologize if that's what it takes for you to stop being stupid. I'm sorry you don't like me. I'm sorry you think I'm a creep, but you pandering to people like DP is about the lowest thing you could ever do, and I know deep down you know that. Also, sending out viruses to my friends who didn't even do anything to you? Wow, you better hope you don't get busted for that, dude. It's like, there's no viruses, by the way. Zoe isn't a hacker sending viruses.
Yeah.
I do want to point out, this is really funny. I'm not showing the full image, but somebody...
Maybe we should report Zoe, as this is clearly abuse of a disabled person.
JK.
See? They're both gourd believers and fat bums that constantly play the victim card. Jared and Brett's games you love would be a hit.
Yeah, I think that's true. So, this is interesting. Somebody took a picture of Jared's house from Google Maps and photoshopped a sign in front of it and put it on, like, you know when you look up a business, it'll show you pictures associated with, like, the picture of the front of it and, like, the inside of it. Well, someone registered Jared's house as a business and posted a picture of his house with a sign in front of it. I'm not going to show his house, but I'm going to show what the sign says. Like cropped it out. It said...
Jared Genesis House of Penance.
Penance. Like
service time, Sunday morning 10 a.m., evening 6 p.m., Wednesday 7 p.m. Pastor Jason D. Frank.
Jason, yeah, it's registered. Someone registered it on Google as like a church, and photoshopped this sign in front of it. Like, it's a church. It's so ridiculous. Ugh. All right, so there are two recent ones, and then we're done with this. This is part one of the final
from Zoe.
Yes, from Zoe.
After the poem and the eyes goodbye, there's another message.
Yeah, because he responded recently with the like, calm down, Zoe. I know this isn't you, bro.
Dear Jared, first let me make it clear that I have not sent you nor anyone else viruses. I assure you that it's almost certain that your friends are also simply lying to you. You, however, are a real target to people, so I have no idea if your PC is infected or not. You know, Jared, this is one of the few areas, despite everything that I generally felt sorry for you for, that you truly are alone and are so desperate to think that any of these
Jared
people are your
versus
friends.
Ethan Ralph in a 3-round bitch boy slap. Who would win?
Probably Ethan Ralph. We know Ethan Ralph's taking some savage beatings. You know, Jared, this is one of the few areas, despite everything that I genuinely felt sorry for you, that you are truly alone and you're so desperate to think that any of these people are your friends. If you weren't a pedophile and didn't have just downright evil positions on some subjects, I actually would have been a real friend to you, and likely so would have others, but you aren't a good person by any means, and you choose to be this awful version of yourself. Don't mistake those people as your friends, just as I'm not your friend. No one is your friend, and as harsh as this may sound, it is the most honest thing I will ever say to you.
Wow, that is so brutal, and it's true. It is true.
Secondly, you don't know me, Jared. That person you were talking to all this time is almost entirely a fictional version of myself, with a few exceptions typically regarding subjects I actually enjoy talking about that we had in common. I never loved you. I was never your friend. Much of the time, I simply learned what you wanted and tried my best to morph into that so that you would find me more appealing, or how you thought I was like you when it comes to kids. You assumed on your own that I was like you, so I rolled with it so you would open up more about it and I could further extract things to use against you in hopes of you being arrested.
And this is the
Third, it's too late to apologize. I'm guessing either one of the trolls decided to be benevolent and talk some more sense into you, or that you actually talked to your father like I tried to get you to, but instead you decided to be an asshole. Even if you agreed to my previous terms, it's too late. Everything is out there. I'm sure you're aware of my video. There's no putting the genie back in the bottle, and I made it clear what would happen if you refused. It's done, and as much as you don't deserve any advice or aid, now would be a good time to be looking at shelters near you.
Oh my God.
Sell the retro games that are worth money like Clock Tower, open a bank account and apply for Social Security and have it direct deposit to your bank. That way you could use a debit card. It likely won't be enough to get you an apartment, but at least you could eat and buy other basic necessities. This is the difference between you and I. You have zero remorse or care for others, and even though you're a monster, I do hate you, Jared. I actually don't want you to suffer. I simply want kids to be safe from you, not just physically, but online as well. Plus your parents, given that you have been without a doubt the worst thing that has ever happened to them, and you're a threat to your father, and I cannot in good conscience leave that be. My offer of mercy was actually very unethical on my part, and I realize that now, and I'm glad you foolishly refused.
Wow.
Fourth, I'm not pandering to DP. Certain members of the DP community was just an outlet to dump the leaks and get more attention on it, hopes that more people report to get you arrested, as well try to recruit someone from there that would play the niece role.
Which we wouldn't do. I was against.
By the way, the niece doesn't even exist, but none of them felt comfortable doing that, which is understandable.
Yes.
My contact with Ben and Billy, however, has been extremely minimal and only existed in the YouTube chats. The only role they personally was revealing and reading leaks. I did this all entirely on my own volition, and I would do it again. Goodbye, Jared. Zoe. I said I would play the niece, but I wanted to show up at his house dressed up as an 8-year-old. That was the only way.
Oh, my God. So there's that. I don't know if there's been any new developments or what, but I guess we'll see what happens next.
Should we offer Jared a... kind of like a, I don't know, was it a truce? No, not a truce. Should we offer him like some mercy and we'll let him show what games he has and we'll sell them for him live on Drunken Peasants?
It'll be like Home Shopping Network.
Yeah. Hoarder Shopping Network.
It's going to be they're going to be all gross.
Yeah, never mind.
Yeah. Yeah. Everyone give the stream a like if you haven't already. If you're not subscribed, you should subscribe. Zoe, so you're in the chat before we wrap this up. So what are you doing? What's the next step? Just tell us in the chat what the next step is for you. So are you going forward with this? Are you going to do what you said you were going to do?
Do we need me to show up as an 8-year-old?
Mike. Drop. Plus, the only thing that Jared did was make a video of him dancing as to give Zoe the finger.
Mm-hmm. I would... You know Ozzy Osbourne? The Osbournes are coming back to TV?
No.
We're going to have a return to...
I heard he's not doing so well.
It's supposed to be Ozzy, Sharon, and the kids back on a UK network.
Oh.
Let's not sacrifice Ozzy just yet. I don't care how many sickos it would stop.
I noticed the Streamlabs TTS was a little quiet, so I tried turning it up a little bit. We'll see how that works coming up here.
Nistia worries that stuff like this may push him over the edge to do something serious. And hopefully he gets caught before anything actually happens and he gets prosecuted with the intent. Onyx Orion says Zoe's going to expose me next. Good luck.
What? Like what?
Good luck. I do all of my sinning in public. I'm a sicko at face value.
He's a libertine.
The only thing you'd expose about me is how sweet I am in private. They'd be like, oh, I saw Billy's DMs. He's a sweet boy. It's sick.
It's sick. Sickly sweet, I might add. Amazingly sweet. Okay.
Joe would have to tag along and be my backup in case Jared Genesis beat me up. and diddled me for real, Joe would have to be there to save me.
Let's check out. I think that's everything. So here's, I guess Bob was back in the hospital. Trumpster Bob.
Ah.
So let's
get his face checked out.
I guess we'll see.
Hey, look at this cool inhaler I got, man. Yeah. Fucking hospital gave this to me. I think this is cool. It's just a lung relaxer is all it is.
A lung relaxer.
I feel like I need it, which I don't know if I really need it right now or not, but fuck, I got it.
I've started referring to my erect penis as a lung relaxer.
I've been wondering if this would help with, smoking weed.
Yeah, you should be smoking weed right now if you've been hospitalized multiple times in the last year for lung problems.
If you guys are wondering, I've always said I can contract a virus, meaning...
No, you did not. You did not say that. You said that you could not get a virus. I've asked you to clarify this multiple times, and you say no viruses. You can't get any viruses.
If I have sex with a woman, and let's say she gives me AIDS, and it goes into my dick, it can't circulate in my body. So within 3 days, I just piss it out.
Jesus Christ.
It has to do with my genes. I have one of the two genes from the Black Plague era. I don't have both genes, right?
He's insane.
And that's why I have blood clot problem. My body says up too much vitamin K, like 3,000 to at least 10,000. They don't even know how much. Just a shitload of more vitamin K than a normal person. And vitamin K is what your body uses to heal everything. And or to create everything that
Vitamin
your body
K.
needs.
Is that like the cereal Special K?
I don't know. Is it got anything to do with ketamine, or is that too?
It sounds like something they would call,
right?
Yeah, because they called ketamine Special K at one point, I think.
Period. So I mean, I don't know how to explain it to you. It can't circulate in my body, and even if it does, it can't stick to my blood cells. My blood cells are too smooth.
He's Superman,
compared
basically.
To yours. Mine are like glass, and yours are like a rigid brick. A fucking monkey could climb up that.
He has a superpower. Adam has his vomit superpower. They could team together, form like a new superhero team.
I don't know if Adam's got his own group of cohorts already. He's got the entire furry force behind him.
Yeah,
He has
furry
Chumpster
force.
Motherfucker. Yeah. Can hold on to it. So, it's just the way it is, guys. So, 3 days after I contracted it, supposedly, I didn't have it no more. And then they released me. It's weird because they didn't even give me any information on the coronavirus or nothing. It was weird. When they released me, they just released me. They stuck me in a coronavirus room, but
Oh, funny. They stuck you in a room only for people with COVID.
They stuck me in the coronavirus room, and they didn't give me any coronavirus information when I left, so I think I still can't contract a virus.
If they put you, like, it would literally be malpractice to put you in the corona-only part of the hospital if you didn't have it. That would be medical malpractice right there.
He's got one of those little corona inhalers, too.
For what? I tried telling them I was going to piss it out in 3 days, and you can't piss out coronavirus. That thing don't play.
Don't worry, I'm going to piss it out in 3 days.
And 3 days later, I don't have the coronavirus. So here I am.
Did you piss it out, Bob?
I did not go into the hospital for that, though. I went into the hospital for blood clot in the lungs, like I usually do.
If he's having blood clot, like people have died so many times with blood clots in their lungs. He's getting them regularly and he's fine. Like there's no way. And that's when his face started looking all weird too. There's something wrong with him. He's just crazy.
He's just showing up for his regular blood clot and lung visit.
Oh, people die from that shit just getting it once. Yeah, he got these crazy lesions all over his face.
Yeah, okay. I don't know about all that. I don't even care. What I do know is the coronavirus is.
I don't care about all that, all the stuff. There were probably people in his chat being like, "No, you're wrong." He's like, "Well, I don't care about that."
Yeah,
I do know that the coronavirus anymore is like catching the flu. It ain't nothing. You know, it's unmutated. If anything, it's mutated into a big fat nothing. So even if you do catch coronavirus,
it has mutated multiple times, and there were some times where it mutated into something not as contagious or deadly, and then there was a couple times like the Delta variant. It was very contagious. It was like way more contagious than the original one.
I thought the worst version was when it mutated into a political tool.
That was. Definitely.
You ain't got nothing to worry about anymore.
My great-grandma woke up with a blood clot in her leg and was dead later that night.
Yes!
There ain't no multiple blood clots in lungs, Bob.
Right. Like regular blood clots in your lungs is not a thing. I mean, he...
Oh. You dig?
You dig? Happy birthday, Jesse.
Man, this
Auntie
little
Jesse, it's your birthday.
Chinese nurse confiscated all my tobacco when I was in there, right?
Right. Why would they?
It was just one can. Had an extra can with me.
Hey, he brought a can stuffed in my butt pocket.
I took the other can and I hid that motherfucker. It was a brand new can too. Only I opened that one. And he was giving me a third degree. You can't be doing that in here.
Oh my God. Was he smoking in a hospital?
And then he's like, he called the security.
Was he chewing it?
They got my
He's spitting it everywhere.
He said it was a can. So when I think of a can, I think of loose, dry tobacco. If it was a pouch, I would think it was dip.
Well, they have those cans of chewing tobacco too, little
maybe.
canisters. So who knows exactly what it was?
Yeah.
I think he would be the one trying to chew and then just leave the trail of spit all over the fucking hospital.
Yeah.
Took the empty can and the brand new can I hadn't opened yet. And then he turned around and looked at the bed I was laying in. He said, "Where's the other can? I swear I saw another can right here."
Oh my
and
God.
he started searching around and he patted me down a little bit and he
put his finger in my butthole.
In my butt. I took the butthole challenge.
I lost the butthole challenge. His probing fingertips.
Yeah. I never got to use this adequately. Trumpster Bob here outside of Raising Cane's Chicken. Just out here with my buddies Jeffrey Epstein and Hillary Clinton. We're praying to Allah and eating some Raising Cane's Chicken.
It's a good meal.
Got up on my side and he felt around behind me and all of that. And then he went to feeling underneath the pillow and shit, and I lifted up and he felt all around. He said, "Oh, I could swear I saw another kind of deep." I said, "Yeah, it's right there, the empty can, you dumbass. I was fixing to open a new can, but you took it."
I was fixing to open a new can.
You're not going to dip in here. It's not allowed. I said,
was
okay.
dip.
And I fucking dipped the whole time I was in there, stupid motherfucker.
God.
Yeah, I'm sure it helped your physical
If I needed
ailments.
to, I just had another can fucking delivered. I mean, he's stupid. But let me tell you something. The rest of the nurses, all the females, they don't give a shit. They don't give a shit. And
because they didn't want to stick their fingers up your ass looking for the dip.
That was funny, man. I'd dip right in front of them. Be talking about, damn, what a fine ass you got. You know, whatever I want to talk about.
Over that he's really into proctology.
Bob loves the butt stuff.
we talk about. And the female nurses, they love me in that hospital, so I ain't got nothing to worry about as long as they're around. It's when he's around that you got to hide all your fucking.
He was like, yeah, I was just telling them they had a hot ass, and they were like, okay,
tobacco and shit. You know, I can have one of them nurses bring me dip. I mean, it's how good it is. I got it up there, but that fucking Chinaman don't like me. I think it's because.
Wow, he really did that one.
Yeah, he's been on that line since he brought the guy up.
He said
I think I called all Chinamen gay because their gay leader is he gay. I mean, he porks little fucking 12-year-old boys and then releases them out of his, like they do in some of them other communist countries. And so, I mean, if the leader of the nation is gay, that must mean all of the motherfucking Chinamen are gay, right?
No, that doesn't make any sense at all. Why would...
Bob looks like Redneck Santa with that beard.
Yeah, Bob is the worst Santa. He just slides a lump of coal in your butt and says you lost the butthole challenge. Not a good Santa.
The butthole challenge.
So that's probably why he don't like me. I don't give a shit. Fuck China. They go fuck themselves. Chinamen are really kind of dumb. They're good copycats, but they can't think of nothing on their own.
like Bob is this genius.
Bob thinks of tons of stuff on his own.
Yeah, it's just never right or true.
Yeah, it's all baseless, but he's got to have a great imagination to come up with all these weird scenarios that put AOC in a what do you say? She was a
Playboy.
She needed to do Playboy to show her vagina to prove that she wasn't a secret Muslim.
Yes.
So that she could show that she didn't have any vaginal mutilation,
which is gross.
And like, why would she have to do Playboy to prove? Like, if that was the way to prove it, it's like he's like, you got to do Playboy to prove it. He's putting all these weird steps into a reason that doesn't even make sense in the first place.
Yeah, there's no law against someone who's Muslim being a member of the Senate.
The most fantastic
Congress,
liars, they make up like 3 or 4 different lies that don't make any lick of sense. And when put all together, they just completely confuse the easily confused. Everybody else just looks at it and like, oh, this guy's fucking psycho. But then like 4 or 5 people are like, you know what? He might be right. I want to see that Playboy before I vote for that AOC.
Of course.
I got to see that before I give that vote to Ocasio-Cortez.
Too stupid. Look at their jet fighters. Their jet fighter sucks cock. They got a manned space station up there, but it's like a fucking rice canoe compared to the International Space Station.
Wow, he is just.
What do you want me to tell you? China fucking sucks. Last I heard, Americans were beating their ass in ping pong.
Digby the goat.
There you have it. America's beating their ass in ping pong. We're the new superpower.
You remember when Digby the goat poured a bunch of ranch dressing down his throat and like all over his face?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Major Tom to Rice Canoe. We're so Gen X. It's true, Digby.
I'm the only one, like, I barely qualify as Gen X. And Billy is definitely millennial.
We're the big boom squad.
All right, so we're gonna do a cool segment that we don't normally do.
Segment time.
Yeah, so check it out. Here it comes.
Individual situation. Check out the beautiful asshole.
Roger Wilco is suggesting rice canoe is a good description of Bob's brain.
Bob has said, WTF, does ping pong have to do with anything?
I'm saying, Mighty Five, America's winning again. We're starting to win at ping pong. It's ridiculous.
Here we go.
You know, when I watched the Elvis movie, it reminded me a lot of myself when I was a younger man.
And when I think about it now at 45 years old,
I do think I might die on the toilet eating a peanut butter and bacon sandwich.
That is a rough 45. That's a very rough 45 right there. That is.
Was on the dance floor and the DJ dropped my 45. I was so hyped that I dropped my 45.
I'm going to be 46 come Christmas. I don't think I would have been able to handle it. Because I wasn't that guy on the stage, and I definitely wasn't the guy off stage or woman. I think that I probably would have been one of those people that died very young. I probably would have got mentioned, maybe had my face on a magazine, but then I come to think about it, is that really what I wanted? I probably would have ended up being that guy who struggled to fight between going out and doing my dream and also taking care of a family at the same time. And
is he attacking his family? Is he blaming his family for not accomplishing his dreams?
He's just simply saying if he would have chose to be Elvis, he probably wouldn't have been the family man that he is now. That's all. He doesn't regret not choosing to be Elvis because he got to raise his family the proper Christian way.
So did the Elvis movie remind him of himself because of the whole Priscilla part?
Was she played as a 14-year-old in the movie?
You didn't see the movie? No. I mean, she wasn't played by a 14-year-old actress.
Oh.
She was like... There was a lot of wrong stuff in the Elvis movie. They changed things to kind of make it more dramatic. And then they completely glossed over how he died. If you didn't know any better, you would have thought he died in a plane crash because that's the last you see him.
Looks like he's 30. Brett is 45 and looks like he's 65. The dude rolled several natural ones.
He rolled some ones. Yeah, so, but yeah, it's the part where Elvis was in the military and she was like the daughter of some military guy, I think, is how they met. Pretty sure that's how it happened. But he was Elvis, so no one gave a shit. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's how
probably
it was.
Would have been so painful to be told on the phone, I'm sorry, but I'm leaving you. I can no longer continue to be with you. Because when someone marries you and you become successful to the point where you can't even be around no more, sooner or later that woman or man is going to become used to living without you. They're going to learn that there's other things going on in life besides your dreams and your wants and your desires.
He gave up his shot at being Elvis, his guaranteed shot at being Elvis, because he didn't want Dorn to leave him or choose a wandering life because he wasn't there to hold her down. He knew that she needed him there to hold her down or she would wander. What a brilliant, kind, loving, sacrificial man Brett Keane was.
So Brett Keane would have been like the age of a young Elvis in like the mid to late, late 80s, early 90s. So
he was going to go around swinging dick with Peter Thiel.
What do you think the rock star Brett Keane of the like early 90s would have been like? Would he have been almost like a Milli Vanilli kind of thing, or like I'm thinking early 90s and what was popular? Would he have been doing like Tears for Fears type stuff, or
probably like Gary Glitter?
Brett did not die, Digby. Don't spread rumors.
R.I.P.
I don't think I could have made it. I don't think that I have the balls to go do crazy stuff.
That reminds me of the soundboard.
The balls. And I knew back then that I had it. But for some reason, God decided that maybe I'll live a longer, healthier life if I simply find someone that I can trust, someone that can hold me at night.
That's how I know you're lying, Digby. Nothing about Brett Keane, even his death, would make the news.
Someone I can hold back.
Brett was looking for someone that could hold him at night, so like a bodybuilder or something?
Maybe that's what God does whenever he doesn't listen to or seemingly listen to our...
He means he wants a bed sturdy enough to hold him at night.
God doesn't make me Elvis like I
Seemingly.
deserve to be. He gives by allowing me to hold my wife at night and have her hold me back.
prayers sometimes, or doesn't allow it because he has something better in store.
Interesting.
Yeah, Brett was almost Elvis, but God chose to give him a wife and kids instead. That's very sweet. Teddy Ropskin says, hot take, Brett couldn't be Elvis. Hey, why you trying to burn us with your hot takes, Teddy? Why you trying to flame us out?
I have a question for
Brett
you,
did
Billy.
become an Elvis, maybe he could have got some cheese on that chili.
Yeah. If Brett was a rock star, Dawn would have put the cheese on the chili. She wouldn't have fucked up. Should tonight's poll for the opponent of the Star Spangled Luchador at Actual Mania Cringecade this Friday, should the poll be patrons only or public for the entire viewing audience? Since we're doing it live tonight for free for everyone to watch, I was open to just letting anybody vote. Maybe this will gain some interest, and maybe we'll pick up some new patrons just by allowing democracy to run wild.
I think that we should force people to vote who voted for Elon Musk to retain his CEO Twittership. No, let's just leave it open. And then let's not even use the votes. Let's make our own choice.
I'm going to use the votes. But yeah, all right. So I'm going to make a public poll. I'm not going to start it yet because we're not going to do that part until the end. So we'll do that at the end. All right. Let's do...
I saw Big Diesel here before the internet crashed out. Did Big Diesel send one in?
Nope. I gave everyone until 5 p.m. today to get me their stuff.
Damn.
So they had like 22 hours notice from when we announced it, and I even announced it again in the Actual Mania room. So I have to be fair. Just like how John from Finland's promo... John from Finland's promo was 4 minutes long. I'm only going to play 1 minute of it to make it fair.
Damn.
I mean, maybe he...
If it doesn't end how you want, just claim there's bots. Oh, you know I'm going to claim bots.
So Big Diesel turned in a promo an hour and 13 minutes late. So how should I handle that?
I would put the promo in.
You would put it in?
I would.
Should I... How does everyone feel about that? How do the...
I say fuck their feelings.
All right, I'll put them in if you want me to.
All right.
So...
If anybody has a problem with that, take it up with our HR department.
Isn't that Honest Red?
Yeah.
No one wants to do that.
Yeah. HR stands for Honest Red, right?
All right, so we'll get to this when we do it. You got lucky this time, Big Diesel. You got lucky.
All we are saying is give Diesel a chance.
He's getting a chance. He's getting a chance.
Yeah, small penalty for lateness. We will do not vote for Diesel based on physical attributes alone. You're not allowed to take into account that Big Diesel has a buff ass body when you vote for him.
I just want to thank y'all for all you've done with your bodies. Why does it... I don't understand why this video plays this way every time. I love this. I'm going to have to re-render this video because I don't know why it's stretched out. But I love the, someone in the DP fam sent me Jared's dick. It's great. All right, here we go. Everyone like the stream. Quick reminder, if you want extra content, you should go to the place where you get audio podcasts and search for Drunken Peasants there and subscribe to us there, because the beginning of each audio podcast is going to have a little extra for all of you. Some behind-the-scenes stuff before we start the show every time. I'm going to just start recording beforehand. So sign up, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. I use Podcast Addict. There's so many of them. There's too many to name. Sign up there. Subscribe to us. Enable your downloads, because we need more. We need to get our ratings in the audio version up. I wish that they would change the technology to where you could do video. Like if Apple Podcasts allowed video, I would do full
Doesn't
video.
Spotify allow video now?
For Joe Rogan, they do. I don't know if just anybody. I don't see an option for me to do
We should
that.
call somebody at Spotify and see if we can get the big bucks.
Yeah.
Someone at Spotify wants to give us the big bucks. It's about time we get the big bucks. I need a
big
raise. I need a raise so I can buy a clock tower.
All right. Huge dragon suit over inflation. This is a video you sent me.
Yeah.
Let's see.
What could this be? It's a nice dragon.
Is it some, like, latex fetishists?
I mean, I thought this would be a nice video to watch with our loving, adoring fans.
Is this like a latex fetish type thing?
I think it's more of like a cool Christmas gift. Like, think about getting this for your aunt or uncle. Like, this is a nice suit, right? Is this a scaly?
Oh my God, that's an awful noise. I'm gonna turn it down while it's pumping up because we
Go
don't need to
slightly
hear it.
down. This is a good workout, actually. I should get this suit and a foot pump.
You should ask Lucy where to get latex clothing.
Yeah, I think that's a reasonable thing. She makes her own clothes, right?
Yeah, she makes but when she makes it's usually like form-fitting, like very feminine type stuff.
Yeah,
not
Lucifer
big,
Fallen on Instagram. She does a lot of latex suits for her modeling stuff.
Yeah.
She should make me a gigantic watermelon suit.
Yeah, and she was there at that story that I told you about. She was wearing she was Cammy from Street Fighter at Comic-Con, wearing like a latex version of it, and all these like old guys with cameras are like, "Can I take your picture?" And she was like, "Yeah," so it was fine. I'm just like, what do these guys do with the pictures afterwards?
I had a friend who messaged me today, like there was like a weird Facebook thing that was using my picture.
There's
to
a
add
lot
people.
of there's a whole lot of fake accounts because when I try to tag you, I don't even know if it really is you when I tag you.
I think I don't know which ones are real or not, but my friend messaged me saying, "Hey, this isn't you, right?" And I was like, "No, it's not me." And then he goes on to tell me that he's accidentally got put out on some gay porn recently. Because like he did one of those things where he got like a photographer to take his picture.
I was late with the promo. I was trying to make sure it was quality, and
That's
I
fine.
didn't have much time. I spend most of the day at the gym, and yes, you should vote for me because of my buff, delicious chocolate body. Let's get these boys a tip train.
Now, I want to ask everyone: do the donos sound lower than usual?
Yes.
Okay. I'm like, why the fuck is that happening? But I'll take a look at
But
it.
I want everybody at home to not vote for Big Diesel based on his buff chocolate bod, okay? If that's what he wasted his time doing all day was working on that buff chocolate bod, and that's why the video was late, we're going to dock the buff chocolate bod. You have to only vote based on his buff chocolate mind. Yeah, my friend just, like, he had some guy take photos of him like that, and then the guy put him up on gay porn websites.
That's terrible.
Yeah. I guess he was wearing boudoir stuff, though, so what was he going to do about it? This is a nice little puffer inflation. Is this the sequel to House of Dragons? Almost looks like a penguin. Like a flying penguin. I really want one of these suits. Anybody here into bullshit like this? You got like suits like this, Sticky? I'm talking to you specifically, Sticky. The budget was lower.
Let me see if this.
We're not going to sentence Big Diesel to carbohydrates. Nobody's that cruel. My guy's just buffing and buffing. Like, Big Diesel, is your chocolate body as buff as this dragon's body is getting, you should be just getting latex suits and puffing yourself up every day. My guy's over here stomping. Oh, we got an extra angle here. He's about to get extra chunk from this angle. Sticky's afraid of balloons popping. That's fair. He's inhaling it with helium to induce hypoxia. What? Zap Rose Dowers. The last con I went to had a Cammy cosplayer. Her cosplay was on point, and she had the best booty I had ever seen. Nice.
So I'm going to run a quick Streamlabs test, so you're going to see a fake dono in a second, and I want people to let me know how it sounds. Just want to check the sound.
Puffy dragon. This is the puffy magic dragon right here. I think the majority of Cammy cosplayers do so because they have nice butts.
Yeah, because it's like a thong up their
cheeky.
butt.
It's got a whole cheek area. If I seen a Cammy
donation for $38.
If I seen a Cammy cosplayer with a bad butt, I would question if they ever played Street Fighter. I'd be like, why weren't you just E Honda?
That was a lot louder, wasn't it?
It seemed maybe, but also the background noise here is a lot quieter. It's just a squeaky dragon.
Echo.
Here.
Okay, that's what I thought was going to happen. Give me just a second here.
Digby says, I don't know why people even do this. If they're not even going to make this suit look even close to decent, has to be mental illness or just complete lack of self-awareness. No, I think this is actually specifically a certain amount of people like inflation videos, you know? They'll like have hentai where the girls their bodies are inflating, their boobs and their butt are inflating. Like they like inflation to the point of popping. I think this is a fetish.
Give me one more here.
I do think this is a fetish.
Donation for $33.
Whoa, that sounds crazy. Okay, yeah, I am going back to the way it was.
Sincere Yellow says, look, on the outside this is okay, but under the suit the guy is fully erect with toothy nipple clamps and a 6-inch ass plug and weights tied to his cock. I mean, probably.
The like squeaking of the foot pump is really annoying.
He's just doing a little pump. I feel like if I did this, I would be lazy and just need to have an actual air pump. A plug-in situation.
You know what? I saw... Thank you.
All the other chicks with the pumped up thicks.
It's funny because, like, I saw Digby pop in, and I knew if I played this, he'd stick around and comment a lot because he's a sicko, and this is right up his alley. I knew
some Digby level
he's a
cool
goat.
stuff.
He's a goat person.
Digby says, I think these weird fetishes come from some trauma or mental illnesses. Yeah, this fetish probably came from a guy whose mom used to sit on him and fart while he watched cartoons, right? Like she'd be like, come here and cuddle. And then she'd like sit on half his body.
Come here and cuddle.
And he was too afraid to move.
He keeps squishing himself.
He'd be worried he'd knock a fart out. And he'd just sit there and watch like gargoyles or something. And then now he's like grown up to be a man. Like, I'll show you, Mom. I'll be the biggest boy. I'll blow air and watch gargoyles. I'll be the biggest gargoyle, Mom. Oh, look at it. Shake that belly. Shake that belly. Come on, Papa. Shake. Oh, you're going to pop it. You're going to pop it. You can't blow that thing up anymore. What?
Digby loves being called a sicko.
That's probably a sicko thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
This is a weird Actual Mania promo. Yeah, no, we said we'd only give 1 minute for Actual Mania promos, but this dragon hasn't said anything yet, so
yeah, he's
waiting
still
for him to
warming
talk
up
before we start the minute.
He's still warming up.
I did not see Terrifier 2. I almost went to see it a couple times in theater and backed out. I did go see the Mean One though, which stars Art the Clown from Terrifier 2 as basically the Grinch. Not a good movie.
Have you seen Avatar yet?
No.
Really? I'm so
3.5
surprised.
hours.
Yeah.
Like I almost went Sunday, but like we've been doing shows every night since it came out. I'm like, I leave the show and I look at the clock and I'm like, do I want to go watch Avatar for 3.5
Probably fall
hours and get
asleep.
out at like fucking 2 a.m.?
You'll fall asleep.
I'll probably see Whale before I watch Avatar.
Did you see the original Avatar when it first came out?
Not in theaters.
It was the first 3D movie I ever saw, I think. I'm pretty
Really?
sure. Pretty sure.
They had a run of 3D back in the 80s and 90s. Then kind of burnt out.
I think I remember going to a drive-in 3D movie.
The first 3D movie I saw when they brought 3D movies back, like post-Avatar,
Yeah.
was actually the Avatar, The Last Airbender, the movie they made for that cartoon. And they kind of called it The Last Airbender because of Avatar. This does look like something Creamsicle would love to stick his pee-pee in. Or her pee-pee in. I don't know what we're supposed to call Creamsicle. Teddy Rubskin's about to explode.
What's wrong with Teddy
Everybody's
Rubskin?
waiting for the explosion now. Everyone wants the big pop.
And everyone's guessing what this person looks like, too.
I think underneath it's probably like Natalie Portman.
It's Natalie Portman?
Yeah, Natalie Portman just loves inflatable dragon vor. It's not vor.
It's Natalie Portman and Keira Knightley in there together, snuggling with each other. And one of them's pumping one of the foots.
They're both standing on that pump, just hopping up and down, leapfrogging against each other's clitorides.
Clitorides? That sounds so Italian. Clitorati.
You're supposed to call it a clitorati when you're referring to Natalie
This
Portman and
noise
Keira
just in
Knightley.
the hopes of covering the moment the pop happens.
Yeah, right? Seth, looks, if you covered the pop, you'd be the biggest heel in all of Drunken Peasants history. Everybody wants this pop. I didn't think it'd go any further.
It's how many more minutes?
Holy crap.
Look how much longer it takes.
Oh no, there's no way. There's got to be like 7 minutes of just post pop cleanup.
I mean, wouldn't you eventually pass out because the air, you're not breathing any new air, it's all your exhale, and well, I guess the pump is new air.
The pump is actual air, right? Because the pump's not releasing CO2, it's just pushing the air from the air
outside.
into the thing.
Yeah.
I bet you there's enough air from outside to counteract the CO2, but maybe he's going through some. Maybe there's a high that comes with this. Who knows? Should we get high on fucking inflatable suits?
I remember in high school when like people would make each other pass out on purpose. That shit was crazy.
Ben, are you too afraid to do inflatable suit?
I have no desire to do it.
But you'll do like ketamine, you'll do mushrooms, you'll do acid, but you won't do inflatable suit?
I haven't done any of that kind of stuff in a while.
In a while? Well, I just gotta say, guys, it's official. Inflatable suit is the most hardcore drug on Drunken Peasants history. There's no drug more hardcore than inflatable suit.
Yeah.
Imagine if we had to do it together and I was farting in there. How horrible would that be? Would you just rip your way out of it?
I wouldn't be.
You wouldn't be able to do that, right?
Well, I mean, I would not put myself in that kind of a position.
What if you and I woke up inside one and it was like a Saw situation?
I'd kill myself in Minecraft.
I think we could work together to inflate it if it was like a Saw situation. It'd be like when we got trapped in that elevator. We go into survival mode when we have to. We're survivors. This fucking thing. This is cute. I didn't think it would get any bigger. And every time I look, it's even bigger.
Should I speed it up?
No,
All right,
no,
here we go.
no, don't. Who's asking to speed it up? Is anybody saying to speed it up?
Yes.
Who?
Someone in the pleb chat.
I don't know about pleb chat. Who? I want to out them. Anybody who wants to speed up, we need.
Or do we want to build the suspense?
Yeah, I mean,
someone said slow it down.
Thank you. Yes.
Should I slow
Speeding
it down?
it up is a horrible.
A little slower.
Oh God, it's terrible. Now, what happens if you go fast? Because oh no, this is too sexual. Fast is too sexual. This needs to stop. Everybody's got to. Coomers, hands in the air. Hands in the air. Keep your hands off your wieners.
Oh,
what is going on? Is this? Okay, we gotta go back to normal speed. It's about to transform into a Megazord or something. Look at that junk! Holy fuck! This is a good suit. Yeah, we need to get a tip train.
I don't think it pops. I think he just kind of has...
One in the chat if you're Dragonkin now. Drake's Cakes. This is...
so weird.
Probably the greatest video in the history of the internet.
They probably film like snuff films in this room.
Oh, God.
Some sick people out there.
This is called the...
All right.
This is the belly check. When you do a belly check. Is it over?
I mean, it basically is.
There's
This is the
13
rest of
seconds
it.
left, right?
Yeah, nothing.
Sorry for everybody that needed 14 more seconds.
I'm not. Let's do this with the voting, because then we'll leave the voting open until the end of the show. We'll do a couple more things.
Now, this might be because I'm wildly drunk on wine, but I cannot stop laughing.
It is crazy. I mean, he got all poofy.
It's not because you're drunk, Marcus Trinius. Many people have been drunk before and they were able to hold back laughter. This is just hilarious.
I am going to post the public poll right now, and then I'll link it.
Uber Ponage was about to bust. You were robbed of your bust. I thought that was going to explode, and whoever was inside was going to come out with a birthday cake for Auntie Jessie.
Happy birthday. All right. The public poll is now posted. I'm going to post the poll everywhere. Post it everywhere for people to vote. Get your votes in. You should probably watch the promos, though, before you vote, but it's out there now.
And because Big Diesel was late, you're not allowed to vote based on Big Diesel's chocolate bod, sexy body, chocolatey muscles, okay? Only chocolatey brain, chocolatey promo power. That's it.
Yeah, this is for the right to face one of the fastest rising competitors in actual Mania, the Star Spangled Luchador. He was supposed to face Ruby Jules at Cringecade on Friday, and Ruby Jules dropped out. So now we are selecting a new challenger based on, out of these 5 competitors. First, we have Jess Bro.
Actually won something, like actual Mania.
It's starting to rain, so I'm gonna have to hurry up and do this because my grandma won't let me play this in the house. She beats me.
Luchador, you fucking suck. Luchador, you fucking suck.
I like her glittery outfit. Whoa, it's covered up by the chat.
She's got the bard class.
I feel like I'm robbing her of
possible votes.
Yes.
Should we go back 10 seconds so people can choose whether or not they wanted to vote based on that ass shake?
Yeah.
Suck.
This is what happens when you get your video in on time. People are allowed to vote for your body.
Luchador, I'm gonna twerk in the cold. Cause I deserve this title. Cause I cheered Ruby up on, and it breaks my heart that he did this at the last moment, and he fucking sucks. And you know what?
This is evoking.
I play flute too, bitch.
This is evoking the spirit of Ruby. Oh, holy shit! Oh no!
Nissan.
Is that car gonna disappear in between her legs? I thought it was a magic trick.
Do you want this flute?
What the hell is going on? All right, so that's Jess Bro.
A little flute and toot going on down there.
Here is... I'm not sure who this is. We'll have to find out. Oh, it's Magicus coming out of retirement to throw his wizard hat in the ring.
That's a thrown ass hat.
Oh my god, I can't believe I sent the luchador to the plane of elemental pizza.
Classic
Should I
Magicus.
feel bad about that? Nah, fuck him. Alright. You know, I came here because I was going to steal another one of his cookie recipes from the Star-Spangled Grandma. But the more I look around this place, it's actually kind of nice in here. I didn't get a chance to look around last time I was here. You know, this kind of gives me an idea. I think I know what we need to do.
That's an evil laugh!
Geese love roosters, geese love ganders, everyone else loves
Lord Magicus.
Not me. Everyone counts loves
Lord Magicus.
That's good.
Oh, damn.
That's a good one.
I get that reference.
And I think later on, after we watch these, we're going to find out what happened to Star Spangled Luchador once he entered the pizza dimension. Here's John from Finland.
Show me what's going on in TB.
Yeah, Ruby Jules has taken some time off. So
for the Masked Luchador, this is an open call to new challengers. We need to have a new challenger by Thursday.
A free spot for actual Mania? Satan! Why do I fucking have to do this? Okay, hold on. And fuck you, Big D, so I can do this too.
Whoa.
I need a new challenger.
The drunk antisocial podcast.
Oh my
this
god.
This is an open call to new challengers. We need to have a new challenger by Thursday, which is the third show of this week. I need a new challenger by that day, and it can't. So if you want to try to take on the Luchador, the Star Spangled Luchador at Cringecade, I need a promo uploaded in the actual Mania room.
Got it.
In the DP Discord. Link in the description.
I'm there.
I need a good opponent for the Star Spangled Luchador.
You're gonna have one.
All right, so
you evoke Satan?
We are a minute and 23 seconds into this. So, what do you think? We said
1 minute.
So we've already given him more than that. So we are.
Is this posted on Discord?
Yes, it is.
You guys, if you guys want to continue watching this after the show,
it's in the actual Mania.
It's the
room.
actual Mania Discord on our Discord. Go join and watch the rest of this. It looks good.
It looks good, and it is interesting.
I'm interested.
We just have to be
say
fair.
1 minute.
Yeah, we have to be fair. So here is a new competitor that I had never heard of before. It's Captain Cool AIDS.
Like Kool-Aid?
No, Cool AIDS, like the disease. KOOL dash AI, capital AIDS.
Sure enough, that's how you spell Kool-Aid, like the drink Kool-Aid.
Isn't it AIDE?
Hello, everybody. My name is Captain Cool AIDS. Why do they call me Cool AIDS? Because I'm immune to AIDS. And why am I immune to AIDS? Because I cooled my AIDS with Kool-Aid. Yeah. And I'm coming to Actual Mania, and my first target is that Star-Spangled Luchador. Oh, I'm gonna smack him down and slap him around. I'm going to take the red, white, and blue and split him in two like a pair of ass cheeks in Peru. So, boys and girls, audience of all ages, are you ready for the Kool-Aids to drip upon you?
He's the
All
Peruvian booty cheek splitter?
So that was Captain Cool AIDS.
I hope that's not how he got his Kool-Aids.
And finally, we have
might be
Big
Chunks
Diesel.
This might be
I wish
Chunks
I could
Kebab.
find a way to get stronger before Cringecade.
I wish I had some anime shonen protagonist power-up montage I could go through to make sure I was ready.
Uh-oh.
Oh well. Might as well just take a nice nap and dream of a good day. Is that you?
Wake up, wake up.
Is that a fucking portal to the Soul Society?
Big Diesel! Wake up! Wake up! You're the only one who can help us now. The luchador is gaining powers in the pizza portal, and the Soul Society has summoned me to guide you and train you. Ruby Jules is missing, and we have nobody else who could possibly defeat the luchador. But don't worry, I am bestowing upon you a very powerful weapon.
Oh, she's got the power of the fork?
Yes, it's a fork. Just fucking use it, alright? You're going to have to train like you have never been trained before. Beyond what you are now.
Don't vote for that.
You're not allowed to vote for the body.
Are you ready, Diesel? Are you ready?
You can vote for the fork, though.
Bunkai!
Bunkai! Oh, I know you. I know you scream out Bunkai when you blow one out on the back of an unsuspecting lover.
So those are the competitors. Get your votes in. Click on the link pinned in the chat. Do it now! And we will close at the end of this episode and announce the winner. So get in there now. Anyone can vote.
If you guys vote for Big Diesel's body, it's going to show in the poll, so be honest.
It's going to show on your poll. You know what I'm saying?
I do got a little bit of a... I got to go to the bathroom again.
Oh, no.
I'll burp.
Don't do it.
I'm not going to jerk off to the chocolatey body. I just have to use the bathroom.
And when he gets back, we're going to watch some of the other Actual Mania poll or promos. Shit, I need to get something working really quick here. Everyone like the stream. Also, how's everyone been enjoying
Don't vote for the bod. Vote for the discipline it took to get it. We go gym.
We go gym. That's what we do. Shit, man. I'm excited. Everyone should sign up. Patreon.com/DP. You should sign up. $5. It's quite the entertaining show. Egghead's going to have a shot at the title. The title that's evaded him for, I think, nearly 6 months now. When was the last time Egghead had the title? I don't think he had it for a while. Egghead kept getting screwed out of the title, which is hilarious. I like that. All right, here we are. Oh, man. It's funny how those technical difficulties just stopped when we changed our IP
It's
address.
getting real exciting here, boy, and yes, I finally speak.
Oh, no. Egghead, yeah, I need to fix that. You finally speak. Yeah, and Egghead, we got a promo coming from you later. I need to put the chat behind the Streamlabs alerts. That's how that goes. There we go. Yeah, I created a new layout for the show, and it, for some reason, caused the Streamlabs to delay. I have no idea why, because when you'd send a test, it wouldn't do it. But I don't know. Everything seems fine now, so I'll take what I can get. I've been trying to exercise every day. I haven't been hitting the gym and like doing any crazy exercising, but I've been trying to get a base level of exercise in every day for the past like 2 weeks.
I lost my title at July. It's been almost half a year.
Yeah, yep. Egghead, this is your chance. So hopefully your promo's good, because as I always say, it's not just when we actually have the actual Mania event that you're trying to win. You should be trying to win the whole. Once the match is announced, you should be trying to win it. Promo by promo, episode by episode. You should be trying. Do you know what I'm saying, bro? God, I'm thinking I'm going to vote on this too. No, maybe I shouldn't vote. I'm just going to let it go. We've only gotten 45 votes. And I know some of you don't have to pay for Patreon to vote in this. It's public. You might need to have an account. That could be the case. I'm not sure about that. There should be at least 100 votes. We should be able to get at least 100 of you to vote in this. There you go again. It's in the chat. Vote. Do your thing. Well, now we're at 48 votes. Vote on who you really thought did the best. Who's spurging out? I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. What's going on? I don't even know. John's... He was screwed out of the title. John says he was screwed out of the title. I don't know what's going on. I'm so confused. Just waiting for Billy to come back so we can watch some of these promos. So, where's the Zoey evidence? I see this in the chat. In the time it took you to type that, you could have just clicked on the thing and gone back in the show to see where the evidence was shown. It would have been way less effort than asking people in the chat. And then you could have just found it on your own without worrying about it. That's what I would have done. It's okay. You're welcome. Because, like, I'm doing it right now and I can go back. Oh, yeah, there it is right there. You know what I'm saying, bro? You know what I'm saying? Hey, guys, it's your boy, Jared Genesis here. You know what I'm saying, bro? Oh, Billy the Fridge back again. Here we go. Back again.
Got sucked into the pizza realm.
The pizza realm?
Yeah.
Is the pizza realm down the toilet?
Yeah, I saw Star Spangled
What you
Luchador.
need is a Egghead versus Jared Pop-Tart match. Neither one can actually fight and Jared is weak as hell, but Egghead is so cringy he may win by default. That's DP Real Deal pay-per-view.
We've talked about it.
We need that. We need that in our life. Yeah, I was going to try and help Star Spangled Luchador out of the pizza realm, but It was either him or me, so I used his head as a stepping stone to crawl back out.
I want to thank everyone who helped us get over 50% today. Keep them coming if you want. We'll be back for our bonus show on Thursday, and we've got Jeff Holiday joining us, so that should be fun.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It'd be nice if we could hit 420. We're at 416 right now.
Oh, yeah, that's
one of
very
you
close.
little weeders could throw us a $4 baller. That'd be cute.
All right, so here's some other promos for actual matches that'll be happening at Cringecade. Hey, this looks familiar.
Tag team champions. Simple Country and Billy the Fridge versus Auntie Jessie and Court of Owls.
Hello, friends. I'm a Simple Country Actual Mania Tag Team Champion who does Simple Country promos for all you fine folks. Now, I believe it's widely known at this point that I've spent the better part of the last 2 weeks unable to speak above a whisper. Now, I can't say if it was the Disney villain of Actual Mania, Ruby Jules, who used sea witch magic to steal my voice. I can't say it wasn't the Court of Owls that impounded my voice. I can't prove it wasn't my dear, sweet Auntie Jessie who poisoned my sweet tea.
Wow, she did.
It's probably a respiratory infection, but moving forward, I've been assured by Simple Country medical professionals that I am A-OK to compete at the Cringecade. No one can take your voice away from you if you don't let them. Win or lose, I'm going to be at the Cringecade 2022. And I hope that if you have a camera and a dream, that you will join me next month in the Regal Tussle 2023.
Oh, yeah.
Expect more from me.
Amazing.
Now expect more from all of you.
Hey, that's a Simple Country promo from a
I like
Simple
it.
Country Tag Team Champion.
Yeah, in the Regal Tussle, there's going to be 25 competitors, and the winner will get to choose a championship match of their choice at Actual Mania.
420, blaze it.
It's going to be
Frankie,
crazy.
Pinky, and Rat Lord Alcaraz getting us that 420
Amazing.
Simple Country, my tag team partner for Actual Mania. We saw that Auntie Jessie did poison the tea. But since it's Auntie Jessie's birthday, we're going to let it slide. That's your big gift, Auntie Jessie. We're not filing charges. We're just a Simple Country tag team. We have a Simple Country hoarder house with a simple painted a Simple Country pink. There's a Simple Country dick on the door.
There's a Simple Country sign that says Jason David Frank Pastor. All right, here's Egghead's promo.
So everyone's
What is
been
this, the
wondering,
Christian
where's
arc of
Egghead?
Egghead?
Egghead's wearing like a Thor's hammer or something.
Oh, I thought that was a pewter Sonichu.
It looks like a Thor's hammer.
He been up to? Why hasn't he been making any promos lately?
Is it a dick and balls?
Well, when one is preparing for a match like this, one has little time to make promos. But now that I have time for myself and everything, I'm just here to say that no matter what happens, I now have the opportunity to become champion again. I now have the opportunity to become a 6-time Cringeweight champion.
Digby's in the chat. Digby says, remember when you guys thought Chris Chan was a troll? I still think Chris Chan was a troll. I think that Chris Chan went with the hard troll, turned Chris Chan's gender, and then banged Chris Chan's Barb Chandler's mom as a troll.
I never thought Chris Chan was a troll. I always thought Chris Chan was just like a mentally ill person. I thought G-Man was a troll back in the day, but now I know he's just crazy.
Every time I think somebody might be a troll, I find somebody far weirder than they are that's legit. And so I never know anymore.
Yeah, it's so crazy because right before Chris Chan got arrested, he was raising money. He had successfully crowdfunded like $4,000 or more to fly to the Seattle area and go to a BronyCon
on my birthday.
On your birthday in the town that we do the show from, like in the city just outside of Seattle that we actually do the show from. And we
Yeah.
were going to go down there, and I guess like the whole plan was like Isabella Janke was going to go there and be his handler and shit, which is just like it's just crazy that was so close to happening.
I was gonna cream snipe Christine, offer her a nice steak dinner or some froyo. Never worked out.
All right. Hey, I'm sorry, Egghead, for interrupting your promo.
That was stolen from me months ago. I have now the opportunity to take back what is rightfully mine. Now, I'm going up against two formidable opponents. I'm going up against Flock Possum and Shabisky. They performed very well at last month's Actual Mania. But let me remind you exactly who the fuck I am.
Oh yeah. By the way, Digby, you're right. I didn't know who Christian was back then. If you're talking like 6 years ago, yeah, I didn't know. That was like some of my introduction to him. I had no idea.
I am a 5-time Cringeweight champion. I will do whatever it fucking takes to reclaim what is rightfully mine. And at the end of the night, I guarantee you that I will be leaving with a belt around my shoulders. I guarantee you that.
Damn.
Is he talking like a belt of sausages just hung around his shoulders to dry? A nice string of sausages?
He's saying no matter what, he's walking away with a belt.
Is Shabisky gonna take off his belt and just give Egghead a whumping?
You're not gonna do it. Oh, hold on, wait, I'll bend over. All right, here's the luchador.
Last time, the magician wizard Lord Magicalus used his arcane sorcerer powers to cast a spell, transporting the Star-Spangled Luchador to the plane of elemental pizza. Little known to the Star-Spangled Luchador, back on the prime material plane, the self-proclaimed Disney villain of Actual Mania, Ruby Jules, had dropped out of the competition. Who will be their replacement? And will the Star-Spangled Luchador make it back in time for Actual Mania Cringecade? None of these questions and more will be answered on tonight's exciting episode.
Pizza everywhere, and not a bite to eat. Everything here is made out of food, like these trees. These trees, they're actually huge sticks of cured meats. How long have I even been here? Time has no meaning.
In the pizza
has it been seconds, minutes, hours, days?
But you can play paintball there, which is cool.
I don't think it's got like cheese balls in it.
Ah, meatballs.
He's got meatballs he's got to shoot down the pizzas with.
Fortnite.
Everyone in the pizza dimension talks like an Italian stereotype, like "Mamma mia, that's a spicy meatball!" Right? Is that how it is?
Months,
possibly
years, decades, centuries, millenniums. Who knows? All I know is the people that live here are bizarre and also made of food. I've seen everything from sentient pineapples to handmaidens. In my effort to return to the prime material plane in time for Actual Mania Cringecade, I've taken on every quest and mission these folks have requested of me. And even though I don't seem to be even one step closer to home, I have helped a lot of these people. You know, maybe life here ain't so bad. What's that?
Be not afraid.
Easy for you to say.
Quiet. Lower your weapon, Star-Spangled Luchador. You could not harm me, and if I was here to harm you, you would be harmed already. There is nothing you can do to hurt me. But I can help you. I can help you get home in time for Actual Mania Cringecade.
Who is this mysterious stranger? And can he really help return the Star Spangled Luchador to the prime material plane in time for Actual Mania Cringecade? Join the DP Patreon today and find out later.
Wow.
Whoa.
Good build up.
This is a wild ride. Who is going to try and take that last slice of pizza out of the luchador's hands?
I just want to mention there was a sentient pizza being with a stereotypical Italian accent. Which is crazy. And I did not watch it. I just downloaded that because I got a message from the luchador.
Man. I don't know, Ben. I think you might be psychic.
Yes. Now I have to make a run to the toilet dimension. Oh, shit, wrong one. There you go.
Doom, da-doom, doom, doom. Is Pizza the Hut going to be there to save him? Mork Bruman, $5 Patreon pledge. Welcome to the almighty private show level. You will be able to watch Actual Mania Cringecade this Friday with the rest of us. But who will you see go toe-to-toe with the Star Spangled Luchador? That's the question of the moment, of the night. Will it be Pizza the Hut? Will it be Big Diesel? Will it be John from Finland? Will it be Jess Bro? Will it be Captain Kool-Aids? Will it be Lord Magic Kiss? We don't know. Black metal or death metal? Whatever one is closest to System of a Down. Wake up! Time to put on a little makeup. Oh, yeah. It's going to be wild. That pizza thing is what I look like IRL. Digby, that's sexy. Little melted cheese falling off your face. No big deal. We like that. We like that. Sincere Yellow says, Billy, be funny for once. No, this is a fucking self-help podcast. I'm literally only here to try and get you back on your feet, you fucking loser. Don't tell me what to do. I'll drown you in a pool of my own blood. In Mein Kampf craft shit. What's love got to do with it? Got to do with it. I can't wait to watch the new Tina Turner movie. Bolo Tie says, Billy is always funny. You know how I know that's a lie, Bolo Tie? Because sometimes I'm just too cute to be funny. I'm seriously cute at certain moments. But I appreciate the sentiment. I do. Disco or techno? I think disco. As poor as disco was at a time where people really hated disco, I think techno's been more of a lingering genre. Like, nobody ever really got tired of techno. They just like transformed it into house and drum and bass, right? It just slowly slithered into a loosely derivative version of itself, whereas disco was like skyrocket and then supremely hated. And I kind of like that more. Brian Field says, Billy is funny looking. You should see me butt ass naked with your head in my lap. The final countdown.
So yeah, don't forget, we'll be back on Thursday.
Thursday for a third episode of the week. And then after that, it's Actual Mania Cringecade, baby.
Yes.
And then you guys can go celebrate Christmas if you want.
I'm looking at the poll right now. It's looking pretty good. Just a reminder, the poll is pinned in the chat. Anyone can vote in it. We got up to 65 votes now, which is good. After I complained about there only being 45 votes, a few more people voted.
1 million votes.
I thought it should at least be able to get to 100 with the amount of people watching and it not being a paid poll or anything.
Yeah, with the amount of non-sickos in the chat.
Exactly.
If there was more sickos, I'd be like, no, we're not getting there. But there's so many non-sickos here, it should be easy.
Yeah. See, it just went up a few more votes. So I guess we reached a few more non-sickos that maybe, they weren't aware.
DB the Goat says Billy should make a bowl of cereal on stream. That's actually smart as hell.
All right, let's...
I dig that, Digby. Make a bowl of cereal. I would make a bowl if I had some magic spoon and some almond milk. I decided no matter how far off my diet I go, I'll never go back to regular cereal. I'm going to do it. Watch.
Spaceship recliner pod from Neiman Marcus.
Oh, yeah, this is my Christmas
This ship
list, guys.
doesn't go anywhere except in circles. But it does have a color TV, stereo sound, a built-in bar, and a wireless phone. It also has a price tag of $32,000.
What? That is so... Like, you could... Like, in 1982, you could have bought a really nice car for $32,000.
Yeah, if anybody wants to
Like,
buy me this for Christmas.
That's just crazy.
I wonder if it's more expensive now than if it was back then.
Yeah, just because of inflation alone. But no one would want this now.
Well, that's the thing. I want it now. So is it going to be like 10,000?
Well, now that it's like, if there's any one of these out there that still exists, it would probably. I mean, it demand matters too, but also like how many people would be willing to pay like a good amount for this. I don't know. It's hard to say.
If there's anybody out here who has one in their basement and wants to get rid of it, I really want it for Christmas. If you're Santa Claus,
I mean, you could literally look it up. You could look it up if there's one out there.
I'm looking for
1982
Neiman Marcus recliner pod. I'm trying to find one. There's something here. I don't know if we're gonna find one or not. This is supposed to be like a Star Wars pod, right?
Delivered.
It's just like sci-fi shit. Oh shit.
I would just like this chair, guys. Please give it to me for Christmas. If I get it, I promise I will invite you over to sit in it, and I'll make you sandwiches. If you get it for me.
May the 4th be with you edition.
Jagrath says you can make one. If I have to make one, I'll have somebody else make one, but I need it.
Yeah, I was looking for one on... I was looking for one on sale online, and I'm not seeing it.
Yeah,
I'm just seeing like regular recliners that are currently for sale.
I just want one is all.
You'd be lucky to find one in a thrift store somewhere, like an antique store.
If someone paid $32,000 for it in 1982, that means it could be worth like $3 million now,
or it could be in a landfill.
Yeah, it could be like just have a sign that says "Pick me up."
Yep.
I don't know.
Yeah, YouTube.
I hope he shaved off his stash. The Cope stash has been shaved.
He must plan on going down on a lucky lady.
Hey, you don't have to try so hard. Okay.
This allegation of porn profile, it is alleging that a person.
Welcome to another exhausting 4 minutes of video response with King Cobra.
Cobes lives on the edge. He spells response with a C.
This video gives me anxiety. Odin's Men is an awesome YouTuber who brings up a fair point. However, it's misconstrued because there are things in place that I'm going to say to you. LGBTQ+, the P in plus is supposed to stand for plus. Now, I sincerely hope that LGBTQ+...
That's not what Jared thinks the P stands for.
Whatever you want to call yourself.
The plus
does
stands
not
for plus, I
support
thought.
Disgusting sickos. Because if LGBTQ elemental P+ supports that nasty shit, you're gonna lose a straight supporter. You're gonna lose a straight ally. I fucking hate.
The plus in LGBTQ plus means you have to keep it positive, right? It's a positive symbol. We want positive influence only.
Get some sake. Here's the thing of it. There is a group called Gays Against Groomers. They are awesome. However, there are some assholes who want to do some fucking sicko shit. And they try to normalize it because, well, if gays are allowed to do their thing kind of thing, then why can't they do it? Because there's a big difference, bud.
He's walking through a minefield right now.
There's a big difference, bud. And the difference is just that children aren't able to consent. That's the difference.
This is the kind of crap that pedophiles and anti-gay motherfuckers will use. Okay, so you got the assholes who want to touch kids cowering behind LGBTQ. And some people of that group are thinking, well, they're getting persecuted for being gay, so they kind of let it slide and just ignore it, but they really shouldn't, because there's a line you shouldn't cross.
This is when the error would normally go off. The
Error.
bog error.
Error.
If LGBTQ starts supporting sickos, you're gonna lose a fucking straight ally, dude. No bullshit.
Criminal somehow.
Since we live in
a society where it's like, okay, you know, LGBTQ gets enough hatred as it is. And then when you got the assholes like Alan Walker. Don't look him up if you really hate sickos. It's non-binary prick. It's just the assholes ruining it for people. I know a lot of people who are a part of LGBTQ.
They're not sickos.
There are a lot of LGBTQ members and who hate pedophiles as much as I do. This is a very sensitive
Enough to
topic
cancel
because
Ozzy
it's gonna trigger
Osbourne?
a lot of people.
I would murder Ozzy Osbourne to stop sickos.
Which wouldn't stop sickos.
Right, and it would make him a sicko to murder somebody, right?
Don't do that. Don't do a murder, guys. Don't do any crimes. Everybody watching right now, if you're thinking about doing a crime, don't do it. It's not cool.
the sound bites, the congressman from California is missing something. Yes, peds and
It should be legal to kill pedophiles. That's just my opinion.
Well, I don't think there's any state in the United States that has a capital punishment for pedophilia.
Right, and like and no state would allow like vigilante executions.
Yeah, at best, I think maybe you'll find one that also did a murder and they'll get a death penalty in certain states. It's about the best you can get, Cobes.
And even if someday they did start giving, if there was like a resurgence of capital punishment, which there's not, it's going away in more and more places. But even if there was, they wouldn't allow like vigilante executions ever. That would never be lawful. You would always, even if someone was a horrible person and did a bunch of horrible shit and they deserved what they got, you would, like, you killing them as a vigilante would be murder and you would go to prison.
I think the best thing you can do as a father is be there for your children to the point where everybody around them knows you would kill for them. And then the pedos would be too scared. And they'd be like, no, I'm not messing around. This guy will kill. He will kill me.
Oh, like the people that have gone far enough to actually offend, they don't care if people will want to kill them. They've already accepted that that's that they're willing to take the risk.
I think they all kind of look for the children that don't have dads that will kill them.
Well, of course they want the better way of getting away with it.
Yeah, it's pretty sick how predatory it comes
But
down to.
they've convinced themselves that they won't get caught.
That's why my
it's that
dad
type of
and
mindset.
other dads
I'll be
like
right
my
back.
dad would convince them they would get caught. So if you're a dad, be the type of dad that would convince the neighborhood pedo that you'll break his frickin' neck if he comes too close to the playground. Don't obviously go around committing vigilante acts. This is just like a little, like a amuse-bouche of violence, right? This is an aperitif, a vigilante aperitif, okay? It's not an actual crime. Just not even a threat, you know? Just like common knowledge at this point. So the air, put a little fuck around and find out there. Let them know. Say, hey, you know, if you even try, I'll make juice out of your insides. Something like that. I don't think that's bad. Hank Chill says Billy is actual slime. What the fuck is that supposed to mean, Hank Chill? Do you want to go toe to toe? Do you want to take this to the streets, Hank Chill? Do you want to make this official? Do you want to lay down on a bed of nails and get hammered? Is that what you want? Don't make me Nickelodeon slime you. You can't say that on television, Papa. You want to take this to the pavement, Papa? You want to go sledgehammer to concrete, Papa? Is that what you want? How many of you guys would fuck around if there was any chance you'd be found out? That's all I'm saying. I fuck around with the hopes of being found out. Cause I don't even care. I don't even care. I don't quiver. I know how I walk the walk. Same way I talk the talk.
Anytime I leave the room and come back, Billy is like, I'm cool. I'm out. Like, no one can mess with me. I'm the best. I'm really cool and awesome.
You obviously didn't hear the whole conversation, so
what?
You don't know what I was talking about.
No, I know what you were talking
You have
about.
no idea.
What were you talking about then?
It's between me and the audience.
Okay.
Enjoy your meal.
Okay, thank you.
I'm gonna go back to this cool conversation I was having with the audience.
Okay.
First would be a bad thing. It's not something you typically would defend.
And engaged in criminal acts merely because of their identity, their sexual orientation, their gender identity.
This is how sick fucks weaponize LGBTQ plus rights. This is just like the asshole in Scotland who rapes a bunch of women and then comes out as trans, and the dude's being thrown into a fucking female prison with his Johnson still intact because he identified as trans while getting arrested, throwing a convicted pedophile into a juvenile detention center, basically.
Man.
It's disgusting.
I want to hear King Cobra talk about something different.
Well, unfortunate truth about King Cobra is he is a mirror of his audience, because he can't have an original thought anymore. He's consistently reacting to the sickos in his chat. It's kind of ruined him. I like the old King Cobra that was too busy having sex to worry about what the chat thought.
Or at least too busy being drunk and playing guitar or whatever.
It's pretty good level too. Sinceriolos says, what's the Patreon level to Great Billy? Just put your money where your mouth is, motherfucker. Just put your money where your mouth
He
is.
turns the chat off and still talks about this stuff, though.
He must be getting text messages at the time.
It's absolutely disgusting, YouTube. There are people out there who take acceptance, and then they just abuse it for their own sick, twisted needs. And society is just truly fucked, in my opinion.
Second, so Schumer.
I like how he's suggesting that they're going to put pedos into juvenile prisons. Like, I don't think that's how juvenile prisons work.
No.
But somebody who told him that really got in his head. And I'd be scared too if I believed that.
Person PEDS is an identity now. So it's a.
No, he's not. He's saying Shroomer.
Jelly all day. Jam is better than jelly, though.
Just because, you know, they're actually called groomers. There is a sick, twisted part. It's a two-way coin.
Yeah, Cobes is so anti-groomer that he doesn't even wash himself anymore. He just puts the tactical soap in his butt cheeks and tries to pick up women that way.
Yeah.
There are
That's
a lot
why he
of
doesn't
gay-
have a dog. Because he'd have to take the dog to a groomer.
That's how you know anybody with a dog, fine person. Unless that dog's not well groomed, then you know they might be afraid of groomers, and that's a problem. Keep your dog spayed or neutered, Bob Barker style.
These who are against
Bob
sick
Barker's
fucks
gotta be
and
like
what have
100
you.
now.
And there are some people who use the gay system to try to support sickos, and it's disgusting. It's fucking
The gay
disgusting.
system. That's so ridiculous. The gay system.
You know, if you got some homophobic LGBTQ phobe asshole who also hates sickos, you know what I'm saying? And then you got sickos who abuse LGBTQ plus. Most people aren't going to take a second glance at it. If you're homophobic already, that's just going to reinstill it for obvious reasons, because fuck sickos. So LGBTQ.
He's got like a goober drip on his beard there, and it's
yeah.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
Together and be like, you know what? We should include straights, asexuals, trans, gays, lesbians, bisexuals, queers, but fuck sickos.
That's pretty much.
Okay, if kids want to date each other, that's a little inappropriate in my opinion. I think you should wait till you're 18 to date.
No.
Focus on your studies and developing a personality.
That's a weird take.
What, waiting till you're 18 to date?
Yeah. I mean, like, I don't know.
I mean,
kinda weird.
it's his life. It's
Why does he care?
Nobody's actually taking life advice from Cobra, right? He's just suggesting to wait until you're 18 to date. I think
it's weird why he even cares if other people under 18 date each other. Why does he care?
Well, he's just saying. He's just saying to work on yourself. Like the idea here, it probably does make sense because you're gonna make the worst fucking decisions when you're under 18. You're gonna make terrible decisions into your 20s. Like you're probably gonna still be making.
So you
fairly
agree with
shitty-
him on this?
Of course, yeah. I think you should wait till you're 18 to do anything. You should just study until you're 18. You should work on your diet and studying and hygiene. And then when you turn 18, then start dating. Because nobody you're going to date when you're 15 is going to be worthwhile. You're going to pick the worst fucking people. Every once in a while, you'll get lucky. And only like the perfect person will ever find you. And then you'll be married forever. But that's so rare. Just wait until you're 18. Cigarettes should be
disagree.
at 16, though.
Yeah. There you go.
Learn to potty at 18. Yeah, wait till you're 18, guys.
For everything.
Buff Weeb says, what age did you get your first girlfriend? Psh, I'm still waiting. One day.
You know what I'm saying?
Anyone remember the game? If you do, you just lost.
I had that part of my brain removed so I'd never lose again.
Sexual identity. I just heard that. Now I know Twitter's blowing up. Everybody says it's out of context.
It is being blown out of context because when J.K. Rowling stands up and says that the asshole in Scotland is a piece of shit, everyone calls her a transphobe. Never mind the fact that, hey, stop and think for a second. If you identify as a woman, then she's fighting for women's rights. You got people who are saying that gender is fluid, but it's also non-existent, then why do you force everyone to call you a female when you identify as one? See, it doesn't make sense.
He's back in the landmine field again.
And my gender fluid is non-existent if she swallows it.
It doesn't make sense, but as long as you're not a sicko, who gives a flying fuck, to be honest? Sake!
Oh, God! No! Cobes, no! What was that one about? Is he Adam from UV Sucks? Did he just won a talent contest?
Yep.
On Channel 5?
Oops.
Oops. Little oops doggy.
I've seen what happens to people who were abused.
Didn't miss a step.
Ways. I have friends that I know of. Not going to give names.
Fucking
And
guy,
it's really
nothing happened
dude.
right there.
I fucking hate pedophiles, dude. More than
He's going for another one. Did he forget how to breathe or something right there? Is this one going to stay in? 5, 4, 3.
I take another
Hey.
shot because that was bullshit.
Yeah, no, that one
That
was
was
bullshit.
spinning
You're right,
cobra.
Cobes.
Children are more precious than rock and roll, to be honest.
Children are more precious than rock and roll, but more people should enjoy rock and roll than they should enjoy children. So maybe we need the rock and roll to keep people busy, to keep them away from the children. So that would make rock and roll more precious than children if it was keeping people away from the kids.
Children are just underdeveloped adults. Basically, if you don't let them develop at a healthy, normal rate, then you know what I'm saying? You're a fucking asshole, in my opinion.
The children are not just underdeveloped adults. Like, underdeveloped adults can still consent.
Because they're adults.
Yeah. Like, the idea there's this arbitrary line where you just walk out of the house one day and you're 18 and you're a fully functional adult. That's obviously bullshit.
That's why that goes. His statements here go back to him being like, "Come on, they don't even have boobs yet." He's like, that's his weird rationalization for it, which makes him a sicko.
What? He's not a sicko. He just doesn't understand. Cobes is
He
a
has
sweet
intrusive
boy.
thoughts, just like a sicko.
Nope.
100% sicko.
Nope. He's saying that he doesn't even understand how someone could like a woman without voluptuous boobs because he's a boob man.
He's a sicko.
And what he doesn't understand is some of the best women don't even have boobs. They have big old balls and a dick.
The whole thing is out of context. No one's reasonable anymore. They said it, knowing the current facts we've got, knowing people are triggered by grown fat men in thongs going to drag queen story hour, and never...
Yeah, that's a little creepy. Okay. You know, when I was growing up as a kid, my version of drag was Bugs Bunny dressing up as a girl, and Elmer fucking with Elmer Fudd for the whole episode.
That's
it
not
was
drag.
perfectly harmless, innocent, cute, slapstick, Looney Tunes, classic comedy.
I mean, there was real drag happening there, though. And, I mean, it was even kind of mainstream. I mean, you're 10 years younger than me, so there was, like, RuPaul on regular TV and shit. There was drag shit.
You know what a bio queen is?
No.
It's a drag, a woman, cis-born woman, that does drag, like a masculine drag. Like she represents as a man, but then does woman drag.
Interesting.
So she like goes to take a step into the masculine to present again as feminine.
Interesting. Never heard of it.
I learned about this morning.
Huh.
I was like, oh, bio drag.
However,
I'm a fan.
That's as far as it went.
That is not as far as it went. Literally, you could have watched like daytime talk shows and they would have RuPaul on there. I remember
Tootsie was a big movie in the 70s.
Yeah, but this is when Cobes was a kid, so like in the 90s. I remember Maury Povich would have the like drag queens on that were passing, like that you didn't know were drag queens, and some of them weren't and some of them were, and they would like reveal which ones of them had penises and which ones didn't, and the audience would like guess, which they could never do now on TV.
Mr. Turner from Boy Meets World left Boy Meets World and did a sitcom called Ask Harriet, where he just dressed up as a woman to host a radio show.
Yeah.
That was in the 90s, like 98.
Yeah, they would play Rocky Horror Picture Show on VH1 every Halloween.
Yeah.
So all that shit was around.
Yeah, it wasn't just Elmer Fudd getting checked by Bugs Bunny.
It's ridiculous.
You know, it's essentially what some people are doing with this is forcing kids to grow up way too fast. And then cowering behind LGBTQ plus.
You know what's worse than kids who go to a drag queen hour, storytime hour at a library, is kids who go hungry and kids who can't get medical supplies or proper education. There's like, as terrible as it is that a kid might get in a situation, a predatory situation, I don't know what the odds are at one of these storytime hours or anywhere, but the odds of it happening could happen anywhere. Could happen at church, could happen at drag time story hour. If there's a predator trying to prey on a kid, it could happen. That exists.
Usually the real threat comes from the people protesting these kind of events that like...
There's obviously going to be threats, but like we should eliminate the simple things like access to education and food and other things that will actually give these kids a fighting chance in the future. Last Man says that's whataboutism. Is it? Tell me more.
The drag queen storytime shit is so rare too. It's funny how much it's talked about versus
It's a boogeyman.
How often it actually occurs. Like, yeah, it's ridiculous.
Because the thing about sickos is that they do have a sexual preference. It is disgusting, no matter what it is. If you're a sicko, fuck you. That's just the best way to say it.
Sicko is
I
like
hate
a
saying the
blanket
P
term
word.
for Cobes. He hates sickos more than he hates his YouTube.
The left loves hammering priests, hammering Boy Scout leaders for the small group of bad people, but well, let's keep going.
So this is clearly prohibited under Twitter's content, yet you found hundreds of these posts on the platform.
Now I'm going to...
So now you have this thing where it's like if you try to call out the LGBTQIAA plus as being groomers, that shit gets censored. And now it's censored for a reason because a lot of pretty much 95.9% of LGBT.
Where did he get this statistic from?
95.9%.
That's okay. So what he is saying here, I believe unintentionally, is that a way higher percentage of LGBTQ people are sickos versus non-LGBTQ. He's literally saying that because 5% is a lot. Like, I'm pretty sure it's a way lower amount.
I think 95.8%
I don't believe it's
of pedophiles are sickos.
95% of them?
95.8%. No, 4.2% of them are like Helen Kellers. They're just
where are we going
they're
with
just
this?
blind and deaf and make accidental mistakes.
Okay.
They just walk into a room and accidentally become sickos because they have nothing better to do. They have no sight, no hearing. They're just trying to feel their way out of a room, and boom, there you go. Bolo
You know-
Tyson, 102% of sickos. That might be better math, yeah.
What I'm saying, and they just want to see equality. And certain people just don't deserve equality. I know that's not equality, which is the bitch of it, but it's the truth. You know, should a bank robber and a murderer have equality to you and me? No. You know what I'm saying?
They should have access to the same equal rights to prosecution.
Right, and also one crime is way worse than the other one.
A murderer, a bank robber.
Yeah, especially if it's not an armed robber. Like if they just like break into like the vault and steal the money, that's different than like going in and pointing guns at people and threatening them.
I think they all do have the same rights to us unless they have
do.
access to a better lawyer.
That's we at base level we all have the same rights, but then there's all the other factors that come into it.
This is a very sensitive topic because a lot of people are going to get super butthurt about it. And you can't let this ruin it for LGBTQ plus. You just can't. And
you can't.
I swear to God, if LGBTQIAA plus supports sickos, you're going to.
God, man, like I understand the need to be inclusive, but how many more letters are going to get added to this? Can we come up with a new name for it so that we don't have to keep adding? Like it can be all inclusive to everyone who is part of this overall thing.
It'll be nice if it's because if we already got a plus in there, maybe it could just be -P, and then it's everybody except sickos.
Okay,
just -P is what we'll call it.
A straight ally. That's a fucking goddamn fact. I'm telling you right now.
He wants straight ally to be added to it. I think
straight ally.
Yeah, I think he just. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've heard him say this before.
Pretty sure the acronym for straight ally is already taken. An essay.
I'm your Huckleberry motherfucker.
I'm your Huckleberry motherfucker.
Got some really badass Doc Holliday t-shirts. Because I'm a fan of Tombstone, the movie. It's a classic. Val Kilmer, Kurt Russell.
Kilmore?
That shit never gets old, man. I never get tired of watching that movie. It's just so...
Whenever Cobra says he doesn't have a problem with LGBTQ plus people, he follows up with as long as you aren't a sicko, implying that he assumes LGBTQ plus are more likely to be shickos.
Yes,
well,
he does.
I think that if you add sicko to the LGBTQ, that would make all sickos LGBTQS plus, right? Is that what he's saying? Is that he's worried they're going to add it to the thing, that people who want to add pedophilia to the LGBTQ plus?
I mean, he's hinting at that.
That's why he's in this weird like thought process that they're going to actually do that. They're not. They took the P out of it back in 1994, back when NAMBLA was still a part of LGBTQ, and they were like, "No, we're actually going to cut you out. We don't really align with this at all. So bye." I guess I could bring it back. I mean, Roe v. Wade had to get rid of.
I don't see any movement with any traction to do that,
I
though.
got my cap gun. It feels super autistic and nerdy, but
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. We'll call them
we're
DPs.
living in a modern day sexual revolution
Different
where people
peoples.
are discovering their sexualities and their gender identities, and that's fine to a point, as long as you're not a sicko.
No, it's not even fine.
And Christ, you got white dudes who identify.
People are discovering their gender, or their sexuality. They're discovering their sexuality, and it's so fucking confusing to them themselves that they're losing their focus. Nobody's happy. Everybody's just running around sticking their dick in things or having things stuck in their butt or vagina or mouth. Nobody's really happy anymore. We got to go back to 1852. That's when people were the happiest in America. It's documented proof. I don't know what was legal then, but was slavery? No, not. When did slavery end? Go right after that. Actually, no, we got some work to do. We can't go back in time.
Yeah, it's not right when slavery ended that everything was fixed.
Yeah, no,
it went on for a while.
Might have
after
to go
that.
back on this one.
Yeah.
And black, so they inject themselves with melatonin and call themselves transracial. But back in my day, if you would have
They
painted
inject
black
themselves
all over
with
your face,
melatonin?
you would have said that's blackface.
Isn't melatonin? doesn't melatonin, isn't that like a sleeping?
Is somebody just feeding him like terrible information? Is Trumpster Bob his guru? Melatonin is what
It's for sleeping, right?
Yeah, he's thinking melanin.
Melatonin.
He's thinking you inject melanin, which doesn't even work.
Melatonin is a natural hormone found in animals that is released when we sleep, I guess.
Yeah, he's suggesting that you can inject melanin, but he's saying melatonin.
Melatonin.
But you can't even inject
You're gonna be
melanin.
so sleepy.
This is not a thing.
Yeah, and the transracial thing, that is so rare. He talks about all these things that are so rare that almost never happen.
He's saying transracial, you inject melatonin. Back in my day, we called that blackface.
So I'm just like, the world's gone topsy-turvy, man. And on top of that, you got these coward sick fucks who are abusing LGBTQ plus rights to justify their cause. And it's
Does Combs
bullshit.
actually watch the quartering? I know he watches Sydney Watson. He's got like a weird crush on her, right?
Yes.
Yeah, dude.
I think he watches Blair White, too.
Hot.
I bet you that he would break the cisgender thing.
I think we all should.
Entire clip. I hear a lot of people saying it's out of context, bro. Selectively edited, even though everything.
He's flexible on the cisgender and the non-related one.
Thing is, we'll just hear.
Yes, it is extremely out of context.
Maybe even the alive one.
If it ain't against the law, it shouldn't be against your raw.
I watched that old movie of him, and he made all these necrophilia jokes, which is so funny because like now he has to clarify that he's not a necrophiliac.
He lost some of his innocence the more popular he got.
What's it say here?
Your team filed complaints about these posts.
All right, so we're going to wrap in a few here. I am going to give you guys a couple more minutes to vote in the poll before I close it, and then we're going to announce the winner. So you should
get your votes in your little chalets.
I'll put up a timer.
I'm an insomnia American because I don't have enough melatonin in my skin, says Doug. Damn, Doug.
There it is. This is the timer. This is how much time you have left to vote before we announce the winner and end the show. And then the person who is the winner, you're going to need to make about like a 5, 6, 7 minute promo for your actual Mania match on Friday.
Doom, doom, doom. Kyle, the vote is for a replacement for Ruby Jules.
Yeah, Ruby Jules dropped out.
So we're going to have to get the Star Spangled Luchador an opponent. And the Star Spangled Luchador is stuck in the freaking pizza realm right now.
Yeah.
It's hard out here. All because of Lord Magicus and his devious wand abilities.
It's true.
It ain't right. We gave you guys so long to vote. We're giving you an extra 3 minutes. What the fuck else do you want?
The Plane of Elemental Pizza is what it's called. The Plane of Elemental Pizza.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, Magicus. I call it the pizza realm. Just because you want me to call it the Plane of Elemental Pizza doesn't mean I'm going to. Star Spangled Luchador was lucky to find a pizza computer with PizzaNet so he can email us from the pizza. He's over here just typing his fingers against the little sausages.
Is he using AOL right now to connect to us?
I think
http://www.geocities.lycos.tripod.com/
You probably got one of those
Drunken Peasants.
Those net zero discs. They'd send you for a 2-hour free trial of the internet. Or was it a 10-hour free trial or something? 12-hour free back when everything was by the second for the internet?
Yeah, they used to do it by actual time, and then they started doing it by like data. Yeah.
But even in that amount of time,
Kyle voted. The commish voted.
Voted. Fuck Shikosh, dude.
Don't forget, Kyle, it's going to be Actual Mania on Friday. Cringecade.
Use your
back
email.
again.
Your email shows up in a pizza pocket. Beep-boop. GeoCities versus Angel Fire. Who's the king of the web domain? AOL had 30-minute free discs that you would raid apartment complexes for. They would just stack. That's funny.
Oh, by the way, sounds like Liquid Chris might be coming on next month. So that's cool.
It's about damn time. I've been telling Liquid Chris for ages. The real Chris Weston Chandler. Clear things up with that Ian feller.
Yeah. Was it Ian Brandon Anderson?
Ian Brandon Anderson. Last minute surge, baby. Bolo tie knows. What happens at 0 seconds? Well, that fucking...
I'm going to close the poll.
That giant dragon inflatable suit explodes!
All right, there we go. All right, the poll is being closed now.
And a real human being.
Human being.
Human being.
Okay, here we go. We are going to end the poll. End poll now. End poll. Save. All right, the poll has ended. And ladies and gentlemen, your winner with 43% of the overall vote, so almost half of the overall vote, Lord Magicus coming out of retirement for a rematch against the Star Spangled Luchador, his last opponent before he went back into retirement. There it is. And I did not vote in this one.
You should never vote.
I do sometimes.
You were the reason that I didn't win the world championship against Hannibal, and I still hold a grudge.
I didn't think that was you. I thought that was Betty the Fridge.
I still hold a grudge. No, it was me. It was me versus Hannibal.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, you robbed me, and now you're the champion. You don't even defend it, Ben. You robbed me.
The champ doesn't need to defend it every month.
You would think that way, yeah. If you were the champ, I was the champ, and you stole it from me. I'd still be defending it twice a month today.
Twice a month?
Twice a month, getting all the pizza coupons.
All right, so Magicus, we will see you at Cringecade. That should be a lot of fun. And we are going to wrap up tonight's show and see all of you for the bonus show coming up here on Thursday, which is great.
It's going to be good times, guys.
Yeah. Yep. See all of you then. Good night.
Bye-bye.